Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Here we are. We've made it to the finals.
Good
Five
morning.
Fin Universe Pro League action. Here we are. Daryl Bradley alongside Mark Johnstone and MSG Stacy Weber. How we doing this morning?
Morning.
I'm
Thanks
doing
for
good,
joining
doing
us,
good.
Stacy. Mark, longtime commentator on the mix here. So we'll have a good show, guys. What do you think? Initial thoughts? We've made it to the finals. Mark, you go first.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Two teams that I probably could have thought would have had a good chance of being in the final. Should be excited. We got the young guys, the next gen, against the Dream Crushers. Both really good scoring teams and good scoring houses, so it should be some good games. Excited.
And obviously, Stacy, thanks for joining us last week. Not so successful making into the finals, but happy to have you here on the commentary team. Your thoughts as we lead into these three big games here.
This is a great final. I mean, these two teams, we played against both of them as the top of the roses, but they're both so much talent on both teams. The young guys for sure, and being at Bonnie Doon, pretty good advantage, I think. But the Dream Crushers being at Sherwood Park, that's as Tim would say, a pie house as well. But this will be a great match. It should be a fantastic match.
Yeah, a little bit of lineup, interesting things we'll find out here shortly. But one team doesn't have a sub, one team has their subs available. So wonder if that factor will play into it. Guys that have played a lot of matches versus not a lot of matches. So it'll be interesting how it plays out. Obviously, 3 games we're looking at. It's not a best of 3 series. It's 3 games total points, 24 points up for grabs. So sort of a race to 12 and a half, isn't it? It'll be interesting how things play out. If one team wins, 7-1 right away, you're so much closer to that. But is it over? It's never over, is it?
No.
We know that from all of our experiences in bowling here that it's never over until the last frame, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, good. I know these guys are excited to get going. We'll be talking lots here over the next couple of hours. So we'll bring in the managers and chat with them, see how they're feeling, how the teams are feeling, and then we'll get the game rolling. So let's bring in.
Yeah, looking forward to a fun morning.
So we've got managers. We've got Danny Clapp and Des Titgat. Des, we'll start with you from Next Gen. You're in the house. You're not coaching or managing virtual today, so it's nice to see you. You're at Bonnie
Thank
Doon.
you.
How's the crew feeling? And over, at the Bonnie Doon this morning.
They're good. I think they're excited to get going, as am I. Finals is something that we made a goal to get to, and now the day has come, so we're ready.
And obviously the big question lineup. We've got an emergency spare that we did use, so we've got Julia Robko in there. Your brother Tyler is enjoying a vacation in Malta, and I'm sure he's sitting somewhere right now on the coastline, enjoying a coffee and watching this online. Is he?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, I'm sure he's got a beach view, ocean on one side and bowling on the other. So we'll wait to hear from him in a little bit.
We'll wait to see in the comment section if he does. So I guess
Yeah.
that's a question for you. Is that obviously bringing in Julie? How is that fit with the team dynamic of playing and no sub for you?
Yeah, the no sub, we've had that actually the last few games just with everyone's work schedules and stuff like that. So it's not something that is foreign to us at this point. We're kind of used to it. And Julie's got lots of experience in match play, the open, everything like that. So I think she's going to fit in great. She's bowled with a lot of these guys as they've grown up. So she's a great addition for today for us.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And Danny, the guys obviously at Sherwood Park. Well, that's their home turf. Playing lane 1. Probably going to have a crowd coming in. I know the guys are looking to get some free Adam Weber beers before 10 a.m. But how's the crew feeling there this morning at Sherwood?
Good. We were all here just after 8. And we bowled a game, get everybody loose. Everybody's excited and wants to get everything started.
Good. Anything lineup wise that you can share? You've got everybody available, so obviously some choices in what you got to do there.
Yeah, Caitlin's not available today.
Okay.
And Carrie's starting on the bench. So
Okay. So what's your starting lineup then here for you, Danny?
Dexter, Katie, Tim, Victor, and Adam.
Tim, Victor, and then Adam, of course, in cleanup there. And Des, over to you. What's your lineup you're going to play with?
We've got Evan, Jenna, Julie, Rylan, Brad.
There we go. Couple of powerhouse lineups. Any comments, Mark, Stacy, thoughts for these guys before we get started?
No, lineups seems Dream Crushers going what they went with last time, and I would say the next gen just taking out Evan or Tyler and adding Evan in and throwing in Julie. I don't think it's going to be much of a change there. Both have really solid lineups, so should be fun.
Yeah, totally. 5 players again, Des.
That's all right. I'm used to it now. They're used to it now. More importantly.
Hey, less pressure off the bench getting pulled, right? For those young guys.
Nobody can look behind them and start thinking, am I going to get yanked? Yeah. All right. Well, that's it from you two. We'll talk to you after each game. Just a quick little brief hello after each game before we get started and settle things in. And then we'll be back at her.
Okay.
Sounds good. Good luck, guys.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Here we go. We'll just add, let's see the rosters here, crew.
All right, for next gen, Evan Lecoussier, Rylan Willier, Bradley Titcat, Trevor Tom, Jenna Lamoureux, Tyler Titcat, Tegan McCarr, and manager Desiree Titcat. And today we have emergency spare Julie Arobko playing. Good.
And the Dream Crushers, we have Carrie Kreitz, Dexter Wiseman, Tim Wiseman, Katie Rayner, Adam Weber, Victor Fobert, and Caitlin Ayub. But Caitlin's not here today. And manager Danny Clapp.
Right on. Okay. Let's get this thing going. We'll make this guy solo. And
There we go.
All right.
Fun, hey? Like here we are, 16-week regular season. Obviously, even a year before that, we've talked about this league and how to run it. 16-week regular season, 3-week playoffs. We're down to the end.
Yeah, I want to see some high scores and some close matches.
Yeah. You will see that with these two teams, I believe. I think they're two pretty good rolling teams, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would expect we're 1300s probably across the board here.
String play on lane 1. They don't usually play on lane 1, do they? On Dream Crushers?
They were playing on 16, but I know that they were struggling a bit on 16, I think. So I think they decided to make a change due to it happened. They had to make a change for some reason, but it worked out, I think.
Oh, okay.
And we were the opposite. Like we were on lane 2 for a while, and then we went over to lane 15, and that worked out better for us. I don't know.
Well, we played on lane 6 for the whole entire season because I didn't think that we could move.
Oh, really? I mean, you guys played well on that lane anyway. So
Yeah, 5 and 6 at Toppler is pretty. It's probably the easier set. So
Looks
they're
like
rolling.
next gen got themselves out of the camera, so I don't think they saw what was going on in regular waiting to go. So they might be they might be 5 strikes behind here by the time that we get the first game going. So just young guys, eh?
Yeah, Dream Crushers weren't wasting no time here, eh?
Well, Adam is up.
Yeah, he'll slow things up. Well, before we get too far, we have to say, obviously, Happy Mother's Day to you, Stacey, and to all of the mothers out there that are watching and bowlers or fans or wherever you are. Very important in everybody's lives.
Yes,
Well,
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
Stacey.
Mother's Day.
Thank you, and yes, definitely happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and whatever kind of mom you are, pet mom, baby mom, whatever. But yeah, it's our day of, like I said earlier, my everybody's still sleeping in my house, but which is a happy Mother's Day to me too.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. Like you're busy
It is
now for the
nice.
first 3 hours of the morning, so don't bug me because this is perfect for Mother's Day for you, isn't it?
It's nice and quiet.
Yeah, you guys asking a lot for me to be on here on Mother's Day here.
Yeah, definitely.
Me as well, pal. I've got mothers and grandmothers and lots of stuff going on, but it's okay. This is the finals, and we're here to commentate.
That little guy's sleeping anyway.
Lots of people watching out there. Thanks for joining us Sunday morning. Like, share, do whatever you can for the video. Get people watching. We're going to have a heck of a day this morning. I'm interested to see Jenna here, obviously. She's had such a fantastic season.
Incredible.
Even as of late, some of the quality bowling that she's been doing. And, last week was a difference maker against us for sure with the 372. That's still nagging at me, but, she's just played wonderful. So it'll be interesting to see how she
She's on a
listening
roll
to
right
these
now.
games.
She's throwing really, really, really well. I mean, Jenna's always been a fantastic bowler, but right now it seems like she's just it's her highlight time right now. It's great.
Yeah. And here's Julie Robko, obviously for her first frame up, playing a little bit new experience for her, and obviously probably a little bit tough coming right into the finals. But Julie's a thrower. She obviously part of the women's team for the Open, bowling out of Bonnie Doon, was an all-star. I don't expect her too long to get things going.
No, yeah, she should be okay.
It's definitely the right fit. Obviously, we harp on Ty a little bit, and they've got Trevor Tom, and they've got Tegan's not available to play, so it's not only Ty, but it is what it is. But I mean, Julie certainly is the right fit for that team to come in and to play here with them for the finals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, starting off a little slow here, but
Yeah, but they're young.
Yeah, Dream Crushers seem nice and loose. Obviously, like Danny said, got there early, played a game. We've seen that from quite a few teams this year, playing that early game. You've got to get there and throw the balls and be warmed up.
I really found that helped our team a lot. Like the first couple times we played 2 games and we played right away at 9:00. But when we had to play at 11, bringing everybody in earlier to play that, just do a pot game or whatever, just to loosen up but play an actual game, not just throwing balls. Good straight. There we go.
Yeah, I tend to show up early and throw a ton of balls, but I think I want to actually play a game too.
Yeah, and actually have a score to attach to, right?
Yeah, it's just a little different mindset, right?
Yeah, I'm the same. I like to throw I like to throw as many balls as possible, as well. So
I think it's a really good idea, though. It seems to be working for everybody.
And Evan as well. Now, he's not playing league, I think, this year. Obviously, been very involved in ball here we see lately. Didn't make it last weekend for his team. So how does Evan get involved into the match early? Are we going to see a little bit of rust because he doesn't play? Or are we, Evan's a gamer and he can get into it right away. It's not going to make a big difference if he hasn't played a whole lot.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think Evan's a top athlete, right? I don't think it takes too much for him to get right back in and focus again. I think he's last weekend he was playing some baseball finals for the province, I believe.
Yeah. We see Dexter had a top cherry. Yeah,
throwing it on the side.
It's hard to spare those top offs, you guys.
Top cherry, buy a T-shirt.
If your last name begins with a W, it's really hard.
On that, Stacey, how's the team doing after last week? Obviously, came right down to the wire. You're into that 10th frame, last bowler. Tie in the 4th hole, and then into that last match there. What was the vibe afterwards, and are we able to get by it here now as the week has progressed?
I think now that the week has progressed, it's better. I mean, we all did go out on Friday night, the majority of us anyways, to Beer Fest in Calgary. So then we're having a big get-together on the long weekend as well. But I can tell you that on that Sunday, Rich and Michaela kept talking about what happened. And I finally, I looked at them at dinner and I was like, just shut up. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I mean, I think it really crushed Parker not being there, right? Not being able to be there. Being, he's the MVP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, really saying that, I mean, we had Pam in lead off and Pam was amazing up there. So Pam did exactly what I thought that she would do up there. And, but not having a poll it's a little bit, it goes both ways, right? I mean, everybody's kind of a little bit more relaxed because you're not worried you're going to be polled. And that is a big factor for so many people, for most people. But yeah, the sting is over right now.
Yeah, it's over, and we're into the finals, and there's only 2 teams that could make it to the finals, and we both weren't on them.
Hey, Stacey, I can relate. I couldn't even watch. I didn't even really know what happened until.
Oh my God, no!
I was done. I'm like, I just got to take a break for a few days, and then then I'll find out what happened, kind of thing. I mean, I knew it happened.
The
Right.
Rich always goes back and rewatches the stuff, I think, during the week. I never do. I've never ever once gone back and rewatched a match or anything. I went back one time because Jen was kind of struggling with her timing, so I went back to watch an earlier show to see what the difference was. But that's it. I don't like to go back and rewatch. I own a bowling alley, so I'm not really going to sit at home and watch bowling all the time either.
Yeah, I usually do like doing that just to kind of, I don't know, hear what they say and
Yeah, but
maybe
just not
find some things that work or don't work.
maybe not too quick though. Is like what you're both saying, right? Like don't
Yeah.
watch it an hour after and
No.
dissect the shit out of it. Like take the
Yeah.
few days, take the time to look at it because you can get your own emotional out of the mix, right? And
100%.
Yeah.
I think the very first show that we did, I think our whole team actually, we all like left and went home. And that night we all watched the very first one because it was exciting and we didn't know what you guys are gonna sound like, what was going on. But after that, I've never seen one.
I've tried to watch mine yesterday. I was with my dad and we were watching and just trying to like, fast forward a bit to mine. And I had a couple of head pins in there and I'm trying to pick out exactly why did I punch a head pin. I'm like, I can't tell the difference. Are you kidding me? It's just it happened to be in the wrong spot or like just a very little difference. So like I'm not that good to pick out that small of a difference. So
Doesn't have to look pretty, Evan. It's fine.
Yeah. The stream touches are all over the middle here, but
they haven't missed the middle yet, have they?
no. Well, there you go.
There we go. Where's everybody watching from out there? We got a lot of you watching out there. Are you enjoying a Mother's Day breakfast? Where are you watching? And there's Jenna, right? So we asked the question: how's Jenna going to do? She's going to do fantastic, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's let's early on, couple of frames in. Who does everybody see as the favorite? Do you see Next Gen being able to dethrone the Dream Crushers? Do you see Dream Crushers being just veteran quality enough that they're going to outlast the youngins?
I think it's a matter of who's going to shoot higher than 1350 or a 1400, right? The team that's going to put in those numbers is going to win.
You know, I think if you, after playing last week against Next Gen, if you don't stay on the strikes with them, if you don't stay on the marks with them, they're going to really, they're just going to come up on you, and that's the way it is. Like they just, I mean, I don't want to say being at Bonnie Doon is easier, but Bonnie Doon's a little bit of a different setup compared to the rest.
It is.
But you have to stay with them, right?
It is, and a lot of us from out of town have played there at the Open here recently. You've played at Green and Gold recently, so you get it. It certainly gives you a sense of freewheeling and style to be able to just throw a little bit tighter if you need to, because you're going to get a couple more strikes. And you're right, Stacey. You have to stay with them in order to keep the game going. I mean, that's what happened to us in the middle of the game. Jenna had an 8-bagger, Brad had a 5-bagger, Tom had a triple in there. That if you're right, if you don't, but that's tough to watch them throwing strikes. So you have to focus on your own game and just say, I can only control what I can control and throwing my own strikes, because exactly you're right. They're likely going to have a couple of them. They're going to be able to get 2 5-baggers in the game.
Oh, 100% they will. I don't think that's not going to. I think that's going to happen more often than it, which is good. We want to see a lot of that. So, I mean, right now you have Jenna. Ooh, just about.
Almost spares a head pin. Sorry to interrupt you there. So what's Weber going a little quick there, you figure? Some off balance?
Just typing a little message into our viewers out there.
Well, back to watching the show again. I find part of the reason I like doing it as well is sometimes you can look at certain points in a match and see certain outcomes that you think wouldn't happen. Does that make sense?
Yep, for sure it does.
It kind of gets you in the mindset of, oh, yeah, like, for example, last week I wasn't expecting, the way it was going. Like, I thought you guys, were rolling over Next Gen.
Yeah, so did I.
And then it just seemed like, oh, if you take snippets out of that, you can see like, oh, okay, they didn't give up. You just always keep grinding and keep going, and you always have a chance, kind of thing, right? So I think it helps. It helps you with different mindsets. If that makes sense.
I definitely think you can go and you can pick out. Oh, you can pick out, especially like being a coach this year instead of being a player. I think I pay more attention to those moments, right? Like if I went back personally, if I went back, I would have been like, oh, I'm the coach. I need to, why didn't I make the pull in this frame? And that's why I didn't go back and do it, because I've never really, I haven't coached at this level before. And I didn't want to be so hard on myself to know, because in the moment, you don't know, right? Like being a coach, because you never really generally ever have one person to make that pull. Like, I mean, generally you have two people you can probably pick from.
Yeah.
Right. So if I went back and watched that, Mark, I would drive myself crazy.
Yeah, I guess I can see that point, because you're going to just second guess your decisions.
Yeah.
And like, oh, it could have went this way if I did this,
But I think it's good from a manager to be able to go back, to be able to watch those, to sort of learn from it too, right? I mean, because when you're in the moment, you really have to take a lot in and look from all angles and sort of, but then ultimately you're making it an emotional, quick decision to sort of say, okay, you're out. You got to come, and you got to stick with your guns. And you got to trust your guns, right? You got to do it and know that, coach with confidence, and you made the decision. You move on, and now the team can relax and can go. But it's hard for sure. It is for all those coaches out there that are making those decisions, for sure.
You sure? Well, I mean, I've done it, and DB. I'm not sure if you've coached DB, but you've been a singles coach, but you you sure love your coaches more after doing it.
Well, that's hard. I mean, I've coached the Open men's team in Edmonton. Definitely learned a lot from that experience, right? Coached the Northern men's team in the Open. I coached the IP. Last week, I was sort of the coach and ended up having to make the pull onto Mark, and it's hard, especially as playing. Like, it's not something that I'm interested in. If it's next year, it won't be that. So it's hard for any coaches to make decisions, to make pulls. It's certainly better not having a pull available, because then you can just coach the game.
Oh, totally.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
Especially when you have a team of all your friends, pretty much, right?
Yep. Yeah. That's really like the Roses team for us was basically just family. I mean, we spent a lot of time together inside and outside the bowling alley, right? All of us. So it was definitely a little bit, for me, a little bit harder, a little bit more personal, because I have my husband and my son on the team. And then, I have Pam and Jen, who are like sisters to me, right? Parker, who's like another son to me, and Kevin, who's like a brother. So it's hard to like look at some of these people and be like, well, you suck, you're out.
Yeah, but they're also, they trust you that you're in that position to make those decisions as well. So they're giving you that control. Yeah,
it's totally. We forget about that sometimes. But I'm the same way. I just feel bad. Like it's the dynamic of it. But I think the pros outweigh the cons, for sure.
Yes, 100%.
Because some of these teams you'll never get to play with each other at the Open, because a lot of the guys are going to make the men's team and all the ladies are going to make the ladies' teams. And
when we talked that podcast, we haven't gone into it yet, but we look at some of the expansion teams coming into next year. Some of these teams out there, that's exactly what they are. They're a provincial all-star team. We talk about a team from Quebec right there.
Yeah.
They're an unreal team that has it's like, these are all men's team masters and ladies team masters that are playing.
Man,
that's the fun part about it. I thoroughly enjoyed that this year, because you're like again with our team. I mean, you're bowling with people that are like family for us, right? So it was fun to have that extra time together, and playing well together.
It's given a different perspective and different look, and a rejuvenated energy around 5-pin bowling, I think, this year, because you get to play with people that you enjoy, and then which makes you enjoy the times that you don't, and you go do your cast tournaments on your own, or you go play the bakers or the doubles or the different things, or even in your regular league. It's the mix of everything that we've got right now, I think, is really, really positive.
And it's easier to get better scores.
Yeah.
The scores are good.
The scores are incredible for this, and
I think it's helped overall, right? I mean, again, your WCBT events. I mean, it's helped bowling is at the highest level overall, being more competitive.
when I talk to my dad about these scores, and my dad obviously has been around bowling for so long, how much better can it keep getting, right? Like it's just getting. It's getting incredible, right? Like, I mean, what's the next level for this? The scores are so good right now.
Just feed off each other.
I do think that it can get better.
A couple of good shots.
We're not quite at the plateau because there's so many players that are across the country that are so good. They will continue to push, and the older guys or the veterans or wherever you are, you have to continue to work at it to get better. The lane conditions across the country are positive and conducive to higher scoring. So I don't see cuts, 275s, we're talking 2200s. That's not going to go away. That's going to be the benchmark that people need to be shooting at.
Yeah.
Will it get to 2300, 2400? 2400's out of reach, I think. But
well, you're not going to have that many players shooting 2400, but you're going to see a lot of 2400s on the top. But 2200 for sure is always. You're right, 100%. It's going to be that's going to be the cut line for everything.
And then obviously, like, people are going to take the game more seriously. Like, for me personally, like doing a bit more exercise, working out, working on the mental side of things. All that stuff helps too. That people are doing a lot more of.
I think when we did the interviews before Regina, and listening to Tyler Teagat and what his routine was, like, watching some videos, getting proper sleep, eating, your nutrition, and really putting in typically what probably a regular athlete would do versus, when you think about bowling and, you think, some people think about Homer Simpson and having a beer, right? Like, I think when the top-notch players are paying attention to those things now, right?
Let's hold that thought, Stacey. Let's come back to that because it's a great comment. Let's do a commercial, everybody. We'll come back, chat about the match. See you in a sec.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
All right, and back to the action we go. So we got a tightish match here. Now, obviously, Bonnie Doon doesn't have the scores pre-filled in, whereas Dream Crushers do a bit. So they're 569 to 494, but it's a little bit closer than it is there.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, Dream Crusher's got 4 doubles going on, so they got a bit of. Oh,
Commercial break.
Wow. That darn commercial break, you guys.
We should
I
go back
know.
into the highlights and see how many times that happened. Hey.
Oh, I bet you, like, it happened to our team so often. It was like, holy, and you're trying to stay loose, and it's not really that long, but holy.
No, I know.
Yeah. Mark
It
did the
was
same thing
like a
last week,
killer.
right?
Yeah. I punched after that commercial break a bunch of times.
Seriously, yeah.
Like at one game I had a 5-bagger and I punched.
So did Pam. The only person
Yeah,
that really
her
never
too.
affected was Parker because I don't know, he's young. But look there, see Jenna, like it's I don't know, Dex. These are good matches.
Yeah, so Evan takes a bit of a lead there with that punch for Dex in 6. This big strike here for Katie in her match against Jenna.
No, there you
Gets the triple.
Yeah.
take the lead there.
Julie will find her footing. She just needed the first 5 frames maybe to get her feet wet. So she'll probably come out. Maybe she needed a commercial break.
Yeah, like okay, I got my feet, like you said, your feet wet, and then
Yeah.
whew, take a little break and back at her. Tim yanked that to the left.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can sort of see
Tim.
that right from when he had the ball on his back.
Yep. See, Julie strikes. She needed a commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she's fitting in well with those guys.
And that could be her opportunity now just to, settle in 2 or 3 in the middle there. Oh, Tim gets the spare.
Wow. That's a Weber spare right there.
He's getting chirped hard now.
Well, his feet looked a little weird there.
Oh, Rylan. Just
Ryland was a guy, we played green and gold together there a few weeks back, and wow, what a Sunday he had, averaging 330, 1947 for 6.
I heard.
It just
It was
followed
crazy.
him along into our 3rd place. I mean, obviously, Holdsworth and Parker, the top of the roses, ended up winning it, but Ryland was just something special on that day.
I heard he was just on fire. It was crazy. He couldn't miss.
And he's playing.
Yeah, the Alberta Masters team should have a good shot.
Masters team, yeah, for sure.
Oh my God! When he made that team, I mean, it was at Toppler, and I didn't block off enough time, so it was like we got to move everybody right out of Toppler upstairs to the Stonegate to do all the awards because I had birthday parties and stuff coming in.
Oh
But,
yeah.
I mean, you could see what Ryland's a pretty unemotional kid, right? And just seeing he was in tears, right? Like it was, what an accomplishment. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. He was pretty hard on himself after the Open because he was right in the mix,
Right.
Open qualifying here in Edmonton, and I was bowling right close to him. And it came down to the last 8, 9, 10 frames, and he was not very good, right? In the sharp there. Dexter was able to get it done and got that nice ball. But I want to say that Ryland even missed by less than 15. And was quite hard on himself and sort of, quick little, afterwards that Sunday night we said, well, any lessons? He said, I wasn't ready for it. It wasn't good enough and wasn't ready. And said, you're going to have so many more opportunities in your career to be ready. So take this as an opportunity that you don't want to feel that again, right? You got to learn to be a closer rather than a non-finisher, right?
And I think it's a big jump, DB, especially when you're coming out of major cities from YBC to adults for that kind of experience, right? I think it's in YBC, I don't think all the time there's that much competitiveness. You have 1 or 2 or 3 people probably, but when you come out to the Open and Masters and stuff, there's a dozen or more, right? So,
well, and then some of these kids have been playing for a long time, and you kind of forget that they're still pretty young.
20 years old. Yeah. You're doing 19. I mean,
like playing the cash tournaments for like 3 or 4 years now, and
a great example as a guy in Manitoba, Colton Yalzwa.
Yeah,
right. We saw what an incredible years he's having.
Fantastic year.
YBC, Open, and Masters.
Yeah.
So congrats to you, Colton. But I mean, remember we first saw him there at the Autumn Open. this year, and he had a huge run. And I mean, wouldn't have really thought that he was, YBC. But now, as the year goes along, we talked about Colton, and yet you still remember he's a YBC.
Yes. Yeah, right. Like, yeah,
there's a
what
lot of good players.
phenomenal year.
Michaela and Marcello, they're ones that we're going to forget about being so young still. Well, Marcello's old now, but
Marcello's a little bit older, but yeah, watch it. Well, even Michaela with her perfect game this year. I mean, that's 14 years old. Something we all strive for all the time. Okay, not you, Mark, but maybe Daryl and I.
Yeah.
But right, like, I mean, how is that even possible? Right?
I want
We
to
talk
get
about that a
3.
lot.
And she's going to be, 15 next year and 16. And at some point we're going to be like, geez, isn't she 25 already? And she'll only be 17 years old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. She's she definitely has. She just has a different drive than in all sports. I guess both my kids are pretty sport savvy, right? But it's just a little bit of a different drive than I've seen with other people, right? With other teenagers. And I don't know if it's because she grew up in the bowling world and has watched
Mhm.
obviously my kids have been around competitive bowling their whole lives. So
I think the
kinda
bowling
cool.
world, I mean, it's everybody's fits, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you are and whoever you are, there's an opportunity for you to fit in. So for her being so young, I mean, she's been around all these people for so long, so she's one of the crew, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people are in Edmonton too, right? The young players, you're part of the group, and you're brought into the circle. That you should feel comfortable right away, and hopefully not intimidated when you're playing big matches.
Dream Crushers are on a pretty big run here. 14 of the last 15 frames are black marks.
They have to do this because I do really think the next gen 8, 9, and 10 are typically those are their frames, right? Those are they just roll it out from there.
So they do have a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, for sure they do. What is
880? They don't have the score, so Brad will need to. So there's a strike to get Brad rolling. He'll need to. So he's got max 300 there. Let's see, Adam's higher. Start checking on some scores and seeing how we're looking here.
This match is close.
Yeah.
Really.
And he knows, and he knew.
Yeah. Oh,
that was big. You don't want an 8-0 here.
Yeah, that was better for Evan. His footwork was much cleaner, wasn't it? Getting
he's slipping all over.
The frame before you kind of walked her right a bit. That was a pocket shot too for Katie. So he's playing a great game here now.
Yeah.
Katie's another one that's had an outstanding year. I mean, averaging 262 in league here. Open winner, all-star team. Katie's just played a fantastic year.
Yeah, she was in the finals, I think, right against Tracy at the TPC Ladies Invitational too, right? Like, kind of started her year off.
Oh yeah.
Right. Looks like what I found at playing at Bonnie Doon for the Open. I mean, the lanes are very slippery there, so it looks like, I mean, a couple times I've seen a couple of these guys slip out here.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times too. Oh no. I mean, you got 3 games. You want to hang your in here after the first one, and then the second game's a big one.
Yeah. You definitely want to win this one and have that edge, right? Like,
yeah, and it's a race to 12.5. So 6 gets you halfway there. With 2 games to go, gotta feel good about that, but it's never enough because the next game could go flip the other way, and
that's very true. We did it last week.
Yeah, right. You guys were ahead last week 6-2, and just got the 1.5 in the end.
I mean, when you think about it, I mean, after all this, see, look at these guys. They're gonna go. Well, both teams are going now, which is great. When you see 6-2 and you have another match, and you're playing with all-star people, you are not confident. I was pretty darn confident last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got to throw your shot.
Understandable. I would have been too.
Right? Yeah. When
Weber's yanking her to
I
the right
know
of it.
it's a bit strange to see Adam pull out like that. Like
Well,
that's twice, right? I don't know if he's
He has walking left, and his release
Yeah.
point is to the left of center almost, rather than usually
Yeah.
it's coming in a little bit right to left.
It's because they moved to lane 1. Oh,
Same thing. Ooh.
wow.
Ooh, when do you see Adam Weber go
Never.
miss through the hole? But he's still up in his match, and even Brad's going to go 150, 180. So not a concern really from a coach standpoint. I mean, a little bit kind of like, hey, what are you doing here, bud? But this is Adam Weber here, and he's still leading the match. So
He's probably going to throw about 17 strikes in a row now. So
and he's still got a 285 sitting there. So let's not panic here.
Exactly.
he, from a family point of view, and being my brother-in-law, I mean, there's not a whole lot of stuff that Adam isn't really super competitive and good at. So you know, when we have like our family time, when we go to Heather's house in Lethbridge, or when we were in Waterton, he there's a lot of competitive games going on. If it's not crib or washeroos, right?
Yeah.
That was a big double
for both of them.
That match is tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 points difference.
Oh,
I thought Katie missed there because she's been in the right pocket.
Yeah.
Oh,
got a slider.
Goodness. If we could only perfect that shot.
Tim's like playing on that left.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That match is done.
Yeah.
Tough one for Julie.
Yeah.
Had a few misses here that she probably 1, 2, 3, 4 misses there, mixed in with a couple of punches.
I wonder if she like came down and watched any. Like, did she?
Well, I know that she's definitely, lots of talks, and obviously I think, thoughts of her own team and some of that stuff, but definitely aware of the format and what's going on. It's just maybe it's first match in there. Expect her to be better next one. We've seen that from a couple of spares this year.
That looked like it moved.
Kerry Snyder, Daryl Wood come to mind. Of a couple of guys, having to come in mid-season and maybe not being
it's not easy.
Really, really sharp. It's not easy to come in midway through.
No. I think you feel a lot of pressure too, right? You're coming in to be like an emergency spare on a team. I mean, especially Julie. I mean, you're coming in the finals, right? Like, it's a different. But she's so good. She's.
There you guys.
All good, bud.
I got booted out there for a second.
We saw MRG there. MRG's in the house.
Oh God.
Or is he making? Is he making bacon and eggs and everything for you?
I think Tim Hortons. Rachel just went to Tim Hortons for us.
Nice. There's big 9-10 or 8-9 there.
Oh,
Weber punch. Okay, so you're 150, you're 180, you're 270 now. Advantage goes to Brad.
Yeah.
Coming home with the strike. They got 3 doubles.
35.
I mean, team total looking quite far away. So
150. Add 150 to next gen.
Okay.
So you're 1,040, about 100 back.
Still with one frame. Wow. Yeah. Who's on the? Oh, Carrie's on the bench, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, is Danny thinking that, or is it? Yeah, you're still in the matches. You got 7-1 going here, potentially. And it's Adam in anchor spot. And how do you start? What are you thinking right now from a manager perspective, Stacey?
Well, I'm not ever making a pull in the ninth frame ever in my life. So this is the lineup. Typically, once you get to, for me, usually my pulls are made by 6, right? Like you got to give that person an opportunity to come in too. I just, there's not really anywhere else you would make a pull in here. When I was looking at it throughout the kind of the course, I mean, those frames, and I think everybody out there knows, like, those like living, that's your last ball and you go up and you throw the strike, right? So you're staying alive, right? There's a lot of frames like that.
Ooh, so
Dexter
Dex had a
looks
ham bone punch.
Yeah.
So Evan comes back, gets this match.
Because he's got 30. Oh, yeah. Strike would do it.
283 there. Strike goes 261.
Yeah.
Plus 30. So a corner would probably do it.
59. Yeah, a corner would even do it. 59.88. Or 59.99.
Big shot
Ooh,
there.
a big shot. And
Yeah, every point
Katie's
counts
up
right
quick,
now.
going, not
Exactly.
really watching for ham bone.
Ham bone.
So there's Evan taking a few frames. I mean,
Missed Dexter's ham bone.
yeah. Evan started with a punch, but I mean that was just a first ball. But then had a really solid game throughout here, not showing any rust at all. Katie with a super clean game.
What's 135? Jenna 313. So yeah, this ball's big too.
Yep.
Okay, so 1-0 there for next gen.
Oh, Katie
There you
shuts
go.
the door.
Yeah.
Katie shuts the door, so 1-1 there. Gonna be 2-1 for Tim. Third spot's up, 4 spots up. That's different. This is a lot of points here to cover the gap though for Jenna. She can close that team total, and she yanked her. Could be enough for team total there now.
Yeah, you need to strike on every one of those doubles.
Yeah, Tim's just gonna lock it up with extra points right here, points for the bottom.
And grind it out there for Tim. I mean, let's be honest. He had a couple of really wild shots. He had his 3-pin in there. He had another couple, misses in there. But one thing that Tim does is spares really well, and grinds it out. And now here he is looking at shooting a 270, but he also had a couple of massive bombs that were just perfect pocket shots. And there he goes.
3-pin.
Oh my God.
That's his third one.
Put them on Toppler roses. I can say that because Rich is right beside me right now. Mother's Day breakfast has arrived.
A half decent game though, 250.
Yeah.
A win's a win. You want as many points as you can possibly get, right? Like just
Yeah, and Julie go throw a strike here to finish the game. 197 doesn't look as bad as 182.
she won't be happy with that. She'll come out firing next game.
That was a much more aggressive shot too.
Yeah.
A little bit of lift on it.
These last two are still in question.
All right, so Vic's 264, so Vic's 294. So Ryland's definitely got a chance here and get a bit back too.
I was saying you need to shoot over 1350.
Yeah.
It's a big spare there, though. He forces him to double, I think.
And it is, Mark. We're going to see a 1350, 1380, aren't we?
No, he looked turkey. He walked to the right a little bit.
Yeah, short arm that.
Okay, so that's going to be a win now for Dream Crusher. So Dream Crusher's looking at a 6-2 potentially. See what happens in the last spot, but it could also be a 7-1 for Dream
Whoa.
Crushers.
Whatever. What a pie house. Jeez.
Putting together a solid total, though.
Do you think this, Stacey as well, manager, owner, bowling center, that this has forced bowling centers to also look at their lane conditions, and they want to have good scoring, and they want to make sure that, hey, they're on TV now every week. Has that, your thought about it, or what are your thoughts?
As bowling has gotten better, I mean, I'm not heavily involved in like the pin setting part and the machinery part in the back. I'm more of the front counter computer girl, but I do put a whole lot more pressure on my brother, and I don't want to say my dad because he should probably retire, live it up a little bit, but there is, I 100% there's you want to see good scoring. I mean, nobody likes to hear complaining, and that's what some bowlers are really good at.
Yeah.
But you do want to see good scoring. I mean, you don't want to make it so easy that it's boring, but you do want to see higher scores, right? You want to see some more lucky shots too, because it's exciting.
Yeah, you want to have good lane conditions. So this is maybe, hey, let's look at our conditions, and if there's something that we can do for it, because we want to be putting on a good show here.
Yeah, and you definitely throughout the years, I think that toppler personally has gotten easier over the years, but we try different things all the time, right? You oil different. What do you do to your pin decks? We put on the black bases, or the cheater bases as we call them. Although I feel like they've never been activated at toppler, but what a great score. 1376.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Did you see that Weber had a head pin in the last frame there, and he got a chop out of it?
Yeah,
pins are bouncing over there.
Man,
all right, let's run commercial here. We'll let our managers come in, and then we'll chat with them here before we wrap up and get into game number 2. 7-1 for Dream Crushers to start.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
All right, we'll go like this. We'll go like add. Oh, sorry, Mark. I'm going to be back in. There we go, gang. Back in action. Here we are. Des, we'll start with you. Obviously, it ends up being a loss of 7-1. Could have gone multiple different ways here into that last frame. What's the message now to the team before we play game number 2?
You know what, they threw well. We had a couple of matches that were close, and like you said, could have gone either way. So we're just going to keep things the same. We're going to push through. I think they've all kind of got that first game jitters out, and we're ready to go again. There's 3 games, and it's a race to the 12.5 like we were talking about, and we swung the other way last week to get into the final, so it was time, I guess.
And any thoughts there? Obviously, Julie, like you said, a little bit of maybe first game jitters into there, and just sort of getting more comfortable, and then sort of trying to grind through a game to get that thing going. Any comments, sort of, as Julie has just come in to play with your team? Any quick comments there about Julie and how she did there that first game? Obviously, not the way she wanted to play, but fitting in well and no issues, and just be able to get better here in game 2. Des
Des is frozen.
Des is frozen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good.
It's a tough.
There we go.
Go for it.
Might be frozen.
Maybe she is a little frozen. We'll oh, there you go. We'll move over to Danny. So obviously, and conversely on your side, Danny, the game could have gone a couple different ways. Had a couple of tight shots. Obviously, we've commented on Tim's loose shots, even Adam a little bit missing there. But at the end of the day, you got the match done with a 7-1 victory. Guys got to feel quite happy about being able to get the 7-1 out of that one.
Yeah, it was good. We started off good the first frame, and then we had to wait. So I don't know what happened on their end, but then we punched a couple times second frame, and then got it back in the fourth and fifth frame, which was good going into the break, and then didn't do too bad coming out of the break, and kept it going 9 and 10. So that's good.
At any point in time, start thinking. Obviously, Katie had a really strong game, so and obviously not available for a pull. But were you thinking at all about a pull anywhere at any point in that match?
I don't think so. Everybody seemed to be in a groove, throwing the ball well. Tim had a couple 3-pins, but he was still in his match and throwing the big shots when he needed to. So.
And then, so for thoughts, this next game, any lineup adjustments, any changes, or is it just keep steamrolling, get to 12.5?
Yeah, Tim's coming out, Carrie's going in. Everybody else is staying the same.
Okay. Good stuff. And we've heard from Des that she's same lineup here as well. So we won't delay too much. She's not back in the room there, so no worries. But best of luck. It's not over yet. Let's look to see another good match and see what happens.
All right. Thanks.
Good luck.
Good luck, all. All right, let's go like this. All right, game 2.
Yeah, now's the time.
Yeah.
And she did make comments, so obviously lost it. Tough, obviously Julie come in the finals, but she's, first game under her belt. She'll do great here coming in. And the other team, the other guys, we know the Bonnie Doon, what they can do, right? They're available. They're going to throw a big one. So
What did they shoot? Was it 1246?
Was 1246. So
Okay.
still 250.
Yep. Ooh.
Loose.
And little lineup change there with Carrie and Tim. I'm fine with that, guys. Good adjustment, good change. Get Carrie into the mix.
Yeah.
At 240, it's not like Tim shot, 330 and had to make some big ones. He's sort of a little bit loose, so no hard change there for Carrie coming in.
Score correction already there.
What happened to Evan? What was there a dead pin?
Yeah, I think
I think it reset a full set.
Oh, okay.
I like our comments in the comment section. He says, our uncle Leonard Anseth says 6-2 for next gen for a 13-11 win. And good old Bob is your uncle.
Well, I would expect the next gen to come out and be thrown well this game, but it's also difficult when you gotta put the pressure on now too.
How much warming up was Carrie doing on the side?
I'm sure he was. I think they're pretty good about that.
That was the coolest thing about this. I will say, like, coming from our point of view, like the fact that they could be the people that were sitting on the bench could be just warming up, because at the Open you're not allowed, right? So the fact that you had, like basically the whole house, because most bowling centers aren't open, to go and just throw balls to stay loose, that was pretty. I like that. I think all of our whole team like that.
Yeah. Well, you're more inclined to bring somebody who's ready to go than like at the Open when they're cold.
Like, you can see a guy sitting there running 5, big shots in a row. Like, I'm confident you coming in to be able to do. Yeah, Julie.
There you go, Julie.
Yeah.
Confident you coming in now to throw this when you need to, because I've just watched you throw 5 bombs.
I think as a bowler too, you have more, I wouldn't say more confidence, but you're loose, right? You get up in that ball, you're not taking that first slide after sitting for 7 frames or half an hour, right? Like,
yeah, and your back is sore and you're
pretty similar frames going on here.
I don't know if Adam is sticking or if he's quick.
It seems to me that he's quick, because he fell out of a shot and then he's missing right a lot, so typically can't catch up, right? That's what it seems to me. But
all right, so there's 3 strikes for the next gen too.
I think he's
next gen's got the opportunity to start to, you get 4 or 5 maybe in a game to start. Changes things up.
Let's see. Evan throw a strike on his clutch 3-pin spare.
Looked like he yanked her left there, Dexter, that is.
Yeah, clutch strike.
Man, the 3-pin spare is such a rewarding shot. Like, it makes you feel good.
I have never seen so many 3-pins as I did this, just this season alone. And I don't know if it was, I'm not going to say Rich's name, but I'm going to. But at the Open at Bonnie Doon, it seemed so easy to punch a 3-pin there. And normally, and we all know, right? If your opponent punches the 3-pin, you're like, oh, thank God. Yeah, it's an automatic spare at Bonnie Doon. That was the easiest spare in bowling there.
Because they're bouncing around in the back. And here we go.
Yep.
Team 6-bagger. 6-pack.
And that's the thing, Bonnie Doon can just start to get into a roll. See how far they can take it here. 3-pin, when somebody throws a 3-pin against you, you're like, yes, automatic open. And then they go and spare it. It's the most demoralizing spare that somebody does against you.
That's right. Now I try not to think yeah, sweet. Because I'm like, it's just going to piss me off if they spare it. So don't get too excited.
And I think people have really, that's a tough spare. And I think people, not that you work on that spare, but I think we do all spare it a whole lot more than before. There's a good shot, Carey. On the beak.
Gets the spread away.
Because I'll try to aim on the pin side if I can, typically.
I always tell, I remember in YBC and whatnot, and Don Marshall, Pam and Jenstad, when he was alive, he just always said, a strike ball works for this shot. And so that's all I ever think. Just throw the strike ball and you should get them, right?
Yeah. There's a good double.
Yeah. Let's see.
I was gonna say Bradley's just got a punch less, then he'll be all right. But
you didn't say it before he shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Both of these two, who's gonna take it?
Listen, this is the way that Brad and Kevin played last week too, right? It was
Mhm.
it was not their best scores, that's for sure.
We're still waiting for the comment in the section from Tyler. See if he's watching out there.
What's the time difference? Maybe he's sleeping.
I think it's like 8-ish hours ahead. So it's got to be like 6 p.m., something like that.
Tyler, if you're out there.
Where is he?
In
Malta?
Malta.
Yeah, I think it's just south of Italy, and I know Italy's 7-8 hours ahead.
Ooh, chop off from Dex.
It's just like an island south of the bottom of Italy.
Let's see.
And this is just from me looking it up the other day.
I got a world map right behind me. I'm
Because you
looking.
wanted to, yeah, there you go. Just look on your map. There's a double from Evan. He feels like he's got a runner going.
I can see it.
That looked pretty. Yeah,
Oh, gets the push over.
Wow.
out of her hand, I thought it was good.
Oh, Julie
Ooh.
or Jenna got the blow through there.
Well,
All right, opportunity here.
yeah.
Starts with the triple.
That looked good.
Yeah.
Just a bomb. Julie bomb that we can see. Good for
No
her.
fear, right?
Super aggressive shot there. It was
Yeah.
great. Right out of her hand.
You could see the demeanor in people sometimes. Like
Yeah.
she just looked like she was gonna throw a bomb there.
Yeah. Even though we're sitting here from our computers, we can still, in a way, feel the energy out there. And we've been in the pits and we've been down there enough times. We sort of know what guys are feeling and if they're a little tense or they're loose or, forcing it or what. We can still sort of sense it.
This is a pretty big strike, I think, for Brad right here. I think if they can set up this good third frame and running these marks, I think it's good confidence for them. And I think it just puts a little bit on the Dream Crushers now.
Mm-hmm. It's got to feel good when Brad's like rolling too. It kind of takes a little pressure off you too.
Maybe before Adam goes here, let's do a quick shout out to our MVPs for the season. Here we are, Tracy Smith and Parker Anderson, 2 players from Calgary, very well deserved.
Crazy. They played very well.
Yeah, Tracy won some big matches in the end, and like Parker too. He was just on fire in that leadoff spot.
Yeah, he's that was such an easy choice. I mean, really, he made it very easy to coach. I've known Parker probably since he could walk. Huh.
He's
Nice to see
knee high
these
to a
players
grasshopper.
mature, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, really, yeah. But yeah, so I've watched Parker kind of grow up through the ranks and whatnot. He's so good right now. He's it's a highlighting moment for him right now. I think he's coming right into it.
I would think like the Pro League has got to help with the situation too, eh?
I think that it's it's a different competitiveness, obviously, because you're playing in your own place and you don't know what your atmosphere is going to be like or whatnot. But I think it's a different match play. It's good. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like for somebody like Marcello, who's never really had this, this is his first kind of opportunity. It's really good. Like to get this.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Like get your feet wet right here.
Yeah. And learning the pull and whatnot. Like that's because that could be a mind trick, right?
Oh yeah. I look back at it now and I was like, why was I ever worried about that? Like, you're gonna get back in there. Like,
Absolutely. Go. Oh, there you go. They, and I mean, I look at the pull in a different way. I never used to. I was always afraid of the pull, and now I look at it like, oh my God, I suck. God, you can take me out of this game, and somebody can come in and help the team win. Perfect.
yeah,
You know,
we know too when we got it and we don't.
yeah. No,
He wasn't going either side.
no. Bright future with Jenna. She too, perfect game in YBC.
Yeah.
First one in the history back in when YBC Nationals were in Calgary. That was
At Bowling Depot, I believe.
yeah.
How the heck?
we don't have a lot of competitive events there in Calgary. Usually
No.
only the youth challenge. Usually it can be there, but that's about it. Which is crazy because they have a beautiful center.
Yeah, it's newly renovated, isn't it?
Well, they moved over by the airport, and well, maybe a little TSN turning point. You never know. Yeah, they moved by the airport. And it's kind of like a stadium type of building. Like it's super high ceilings. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe not so good for the viewers because you step up to go bowl instead of stepping down like we typically do. But it's a beauty. I really like it there. Okay, what do we got?
For the ladies.
How's your 5-pin Bruniverse there, Mark?
It's delicious. The nice cold mug too.
Yeah. I'm still working on my hot chocolate.
I had a tea already, so I'm good.
Oh my goodness.
Then we're gonna go out for brunch after. So
there. Oh, that was a better shot from Adam.
Oh, gets the lazy one.
Jeez.
A hope and a prayer.
Sometimes that's all we need, right? You get that, you throw that lucky one, and then, like I said, TSN turning point. You can turn things, changes your whole mindset.
Yeah, it does. It just like snap to it. Just gets you out of the. Watch him run a bunch. Bradley just pounding on
Bradley gets aces.
It is possible on some lanes at Bonnie Doon where the 2-pin flies around.
Yeah, there's some guys that's. I mean, they're actually trying to spare the aces. Trying to spare the splits. We've talked about that one before too. But we've got Evan here running, and we've got Ryland. We've got a couple. See if they can keep extending the strikes.
Huh.
And Dex knows right away. That's one thing he does.
Oh, you really turned that over.
Oops.
Ooh, and there's Katie punch, so that slows that one down. Boy, Evan's 3-pin. There we go. There's the spare. What are we going to see?
A lot of head pins for both sides.
Yeah.
Oh, he got the string pull.
Wrap around.
Like you said, that's the advantage. You just got to hit the side of that thing and hard at Bonnie Doon, and you'll spare it.
That's your strike shot.
I really feel like I saw so many 3-pin spares there at the Open. Like it was an automatic spare. It was like a 5 spare was rare, but a 3-pin spare was automatic. Oops. There you go.
Couple five
Good
spare.
adjustment by both.
The 5 spare with JB Rainsberger is doing some of his stats there. Eh? The 5 spare was like, I think it was like 55% spare rate.
Wow.
Yeah. Like incredibly
Really?
low.
That is so bad.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like surprising.
That's, yeah, no kidding.
I think what it is like when you miss the middle, you have the mindset on the second ball that you want to hit the middle.
Yeah, I think, and you see a lot of 5-8, right? Like,
Or punches and
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's a terrible percentage. I mean, I get it after playing the Open and seeing how many were missed, but whew.
Yeah. I think that was from like, I can't remember exactly, so don't hold me to this, but it was like TPC and Autumn Open or something like that.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, I see there's Weber going and got
Yeah.
a roll now.
That was left side there. And it's interesting the line that he's playing. I wonder if he's intentionally playing that line. Just ripping. There's the triple. from
Ryland
Ryland.
holding them in there.
Hello.
Yep. Good morning.
Who's got the house phone?
Yeah, that's,
Right?
yeah.
I forget about that sometimes. Like I haven't had a house phone.
I still have
for
a house
long.
phone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. DB, you're like my dad, the only other person I know.
And then
House
one or
phone.
the other for Brad.
That's not my. It wasn't mine. It was my parents. But yeah,
Oh.
I'm doing a house renovation, so I'm not living at my house right now. Wow. What
Oh.
a project. What a
God, the
project.
worst.
All right, commercial time. We got Evans looking to go a little quick, and he just got pulled off. He's like, I don't want to go for a commercial. And let's see if we can do a
See
quick
how they
one.
rebound after the commercial.
Yeah.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
But a huge shout out to all of our sponsors. Thank you so much for stepping up and being part of this league for the first season. Every time I see those commercial, I get inspired by Rusted Petal and feel like we've got to definitely organize some sort of a virtual event to do a little construction off. Hey, something that Stacey, have you ever been there?
Listen, yesterday, actually, we're picking it up today. This week, I built a custom headboard with Ange. My house could be like a showcase for Ange because I have often over the years been her first products of stuff. But I was there all week building this giant headboard, and I don't even know how we're going to get it home.
That's awesome.
They're coming out of the.
It's great. It's great. She has a fantastic shop.
Good to hear. I think we were talking at one point in time and doing some sort of a virtual event and something that was, can you ship a package, a box out to people who were willing, and then you do some sort of a Zoom event where she would teach us and prepackage a bunch of things. So that's, that's an idea we'll do work on for the summer.
She calls it a take and make. Take and make, yeah, I think that's what she calls it. And then so you pick it up or she drops it off, whatever. She did this during COVID when she couldn't have people in the shop. So we have quite a few things here, but
you just got to make sure you have your own tools.
Yeah, and typically you're only going to need like a screwdriver. She's not going to give you something where you need a saw or
or
a
drill maybe.
A drill is probably the biggest thing you would need.
Yeah.
See, Evan, after the commercial break.
Yeah, and then Dream Crushers are flying.
Yeah.
They were doing. I'm just still on the take and make. It's a little different than what some of our listeners did this morning, right? So Evan, he was so gung ho to get up there. Remember, throw that strike in 6, and he that commercial break got him, didn't it?
3-pin spare.
Yeah, guys, we don't need to talk about it anymore.
Weber got roasted.
He did.
Ryland's got to throw one here. I think it seems like the momentum's the Dream Crusher's way a little bit right now.
Yeah, Dex is up there throwing a triple. Feeling quite confident. When he's rolling, it's a danger time. Adam even seems to have things rolling too.
Yep.
Ryland's got it though. They can start loading up here middle of the game next gen.
Maybe they were doing jumping jacks during that commercial break. That Dream Crushers.
Staying loose.
Throwing balls.
Yeah. The exercise bike.
Yeah, that's one thing you're not allowed to do is if you're in a game, you're not allowed to play.
Well,
up shots.
Walk it out, Bradley.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he needed.
Looks like they've just got a small little monitor or a small little setup in behind there. And I bet everybody's different setup that they've had this year. Some of them just the managers watch on their phone and don't even show the players. Some of them had big monitors. Some of them have the TV on the wall there. The setup, I think, is something that people will think of a little bit more for next year and ongoing.
Handbone.
What did you do at top player?
Well, it wasn't the most prettiest setup, that's for sure. Oh gosh, Evan. Automatic spare. We used a ladder and we had iPads everywhere. And in the podcast the other night, you were talking about like technical people per team. So we had a Sean Bolinsky is our technical guy at Toppler. So he had the TV up where we could watch it on the TV, but it was really slow compared to. So you could every time. My God. But so the TV was slow, so we had it on my laptop as well. But it was we're definitely going to change the setup next year. We'll get some tripods.
Yeah, I think it's important. Obviously, good camera quality, the tripod setups, the not in the way and it's shaky, and
Yeah.
And it's sort of nice if somebody sort of takes that reins. I think, Mark and Matt sort of took their care of that. I brought a monitor and a computer, but from the setup standpoint, it's everybody sort of does their thing.
I'm still looking for one better device for the one, but
Well, we had like Charlotte would bring an iPad, or Sean would bring an iPad. Jennifer would bring her boy's iPad, and that's how we would line everything up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like at the very beginning of the shows, we had our, like, the scores that we're looking at right now was on the bottom monitor at Toppler, but I think because it ran at the same hertz or the same or whatever as Carrie runs, so it was always very jumpy. So that's when we brought in the ladder, so you could and we put it on the top screen so it wasn't so messed up for everybody to see.
I've been trying to do it the opposite, but I just haven't found a good way to make it work. To have it on the bottom monitor at Sherwood, but it's tough.
Just something we'll all, figure out. I mean, it'd be so great if we had a clear view. Like today, I can see the Dream Crushers totals, but there's a lot of times where we couldn't read other teams' totals.
Yeah.
So it was,
Yeah, building out of some of
guessing
these,
game.
and that's every center does something different, and the communication back and forth, and okay, that's good enough, and the back end side of things can be all played around with, but to a certain extent.
Short arm, because we missed his ham bone.
But
Yeah,
good.
and the other thing that I think centers, and I've talked a little bit with Tim about too, is like we always running this Sunday mornings at bowling centers and we're not open. I think we all thought that was the way to be. But when I started finding if we were playing at 11 and we had people come down for birthday parties and this was all set up, I mean, the general public was starting to watch and what are you guys doing, right? And this is amazing. Like, so you would explain it to them. Oh my God, I didn't know that this even existed, right?
Yeah.
So it might be something that you want to look at too. It's not bad to have people watching, right? You want to have exposure.
Yeah, we that happened to us too. The one guy, there was a bunch of parents and stuff being like, "What's going on?" And I was like explaining it to him and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
We
go,
had
Bradson.
we had a clinic one time, and we had a youth tournament going on, or a rep league practice and stuff going on. So it's a good way. The tough thing is that every bowling center has different schedules and different things going on.
Totally.
With this year, we've got 12. With next year, we've got 47. Not that many, but there's going to be more next year that all have conflicting schedules. So to have everybody playing, and some centers, quite frankly, won't give up that one lane or two lanes, because that's their potential revenue. Whereas we say, well, then charge the team's lineage. I mean, they should be paying just like anybody else is. So it's their choice. But it's so the times do work, but there is some flexibility and some adjustments that need to be made. I agree, Stacey. I think it'd be a great idea to have in the middle of public bowling. You've got the Dream Crushers playing against the Next Gen. You got the Roses playing against Morphe. You got the Mighty Plex. You got these leagues playing, because then there's so much going on. And what is going on? There's professional bowling. There's an audience in there.
Ooh.
But not everybody feels the same way, and that's okay. They're entitled to what their thoughts are. But as we continue to build and grow this, maybe the thoughts do change, that you want to highlight these guys at a peak time.
I mean, the center's got to accommodate the league if we want to make it work. That's the only way to make it work, really. Eh?
Yeah, for sure. It's 100%, relying on the centers and appreciate what they're doing for us as well, and them getting behind what we're building here as well.
Yeah,
it's definitely mutual.
I think that most centers, hello. Well, most centers, I think this is a really good partnership, right? So, I mean, you're being highlighted as your bowling center, and you have to look at that too, right? Like, so peak time or not, I mean, I could really, honestly, like when those people came in, or even last week when we played, because Toppler's a split house, we had the high-low double provincial round going on the high side, 9 through 16, and we had our team playing on lane 6, and they loved it. The bowlers there, what is this, right? So
yeah, and it's like, how do people not know what this is?
Like, They
we
will
need the
know, Mark.
centers. We need the centers,
Yes.
and over the summer, there's some posters and there's some marketing materials and proof of concept is there now. Obviously, the interest from these, so definitely credit in the centers who are stepping up, and we've got a lot of owners and proprietors that they're the ones putting the teams into the league, right? They want to feature their center as well, just as much as we want them in there.
Ooh, little
Ooh,
slider.
atta girl.
Victor pulled it to the left. That's
Yeah, we can all work together. We'll build this sport and build the image and the reputation, because all your public bowling will love it. And they'll want to come back and they'll want to follow your own team in your own community.
Yep. I totally agree. I mean, I from a proprietor point of view, I mean, this is free advertising. Anybody can look this up and watch it.
Yeah. The thought is banners. We're going to create some league banners for next year that will send one to every center and basically be home of the Toppler Roses, or home of the Paradise Marvel, or home of wherever, and it'll be a banner, and that's part of the franchise fees. That's not an additional cost. That we'll bury that somewhere, right? Yep. Maybe there's a sponsor that wants to sponsor that as well, or something. So there's an opportunity to advertise more within their center, something.
Yeah, a small banner or whatever isn't going to break the bank either.
Yeah.
No, it's exciting. I think we want people to be excited about it. We want people to know what it is, and non-bowlers to know what it is.
Well, I think it's typically like anything, right? This is a first season. People, are just, getting it out there. People will know about this, right? I mean, just look at the entries you have for next season, right? Like, you want to be a part of this. And
the geographic, differences. Like, I mean, we've got a team from Newfoundland, we've got a team from Vancouver Island, and
4.5 hour time difference. That'll be fun.
A handful of teams from the Edmonton area. I feel like Calgary is even an area. Hambone. Calgary's even probably got a good network that there's could be another team there. We've had deadlines and we have thoughts, but I just look at this. I mean, could be a dozen teams from the Toronto region. There could be lots of teams from everywhere, right? So it's great that all the different cities and our reach now is as big as we want it to be from a team perspective. And now it's really building out the sport and building out the product.
I just got a message from Robert, the manager of the Heartland Kingpins. He says he has a TV that he replays a lot of the matches during his leagues and whatnot.
Love it.
Oh, amazing.
That's pretty cool.
And he's one we've talked about a few times about the building of a community, the Stettler's own provincial team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. That's there, right? It gives them something to build around. And whether it's 20 people, 100 people, or 20,000 people, your network, I mean, how cool would it be that on these game days, you do have a stadium, you have to start getting in bleachers in for your league matches. I mean, this is what we want.
Whatever it is, however it is, we want as much exposure as possible, right? I mean, this is like our game, and we want to keep highlighting it. So
start texting your friends. Let's get the numbers of watching this. We're in the finals, everybody.
Right?
This is the finals, season 1. Dexter's got a big one going. Evan's right close though. 2 holes still close. 3 still close. 4 looks like Bonnie Doon Next Gen's got it. 5 hole looks like Next Gen's got it. There's an opportunity to even things up here overall.
Next Gen's got to at least take 5 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to, or else it's pretty much the match is over at the.
Because then it could be a 7-1. Well, you got to win the total. I think that's 100%.
So Bonnie Doon doesn't add in their scores, or
no,
they're not.
Well, all the strikes aren't counting yet, so it's pretty close.
So you're 90 up a little. 11. Yeah, Next Gen's up, and big shot here for Ryan, Brad. Obviously, Adam working on the double, but a pitch out there too again.
Just couldn't get it out.
And even looked back. That's a rare look back for Adam too.
Yep.
Ooh, big strike there. All right, Next Gen, let's go. It'll be fun. Next weekend is, of course, WCBT Stop, Heritage Invitational. We'll be able to talk to a lot of these prospective teams. We talked about making decisions fast on who's in, who's not. At the end of the day, it's nice to be able to face with a lot of these players out at Heritage next weekend. So 5-Pin Universe will be there. We'll be confirming some details, talking some scheduling, and making sure everybody's on board.
Ooh.
There's
Monster.
the
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Big shot there.
And it's
Yeah.
exciting, right? Looking forward to chatting with people next week about the expansion, about things that other bowling centers did well, things that they think that we could do better, and then the planning can really begin here. But we've got lots of time. I mean, I'd say that lots of time. We don't have, but I mean, we really want to get a good head start on it, so next year is just as successful.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
he gets the late push.
Wow.
346 coming up, Dex. That's his max. 320 for max for Evan.
Oh,
about
big two. Good.
All about the total there.
Yeah.
And like I said, you got to take 5 though. But
Yeah, he's got. I mean, pocket shot here shuts him out. And he gets the other strike. Big game by Dexter Wise.
he didn't throw it good. It looked weird there.
A little droppy, just later down a bit. He usually gets it out another foot or two.
That moved a ton.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh,
Whoa. Just
got a
about.
lot of movement there too.
Huge game for Dex.
Yeah.
One big one, 346.
As a manager, you're like, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gained another 45 points.
I think solid game for Evan. Spares it up for 302.
Oh, Katie leaves the corner.
She got ripped.
Yeah.
So she's got 236 max.
Well, it gives a second. Jenna's going to need this point here for them.
Yeah, so Jenna's got max 254. Misses the corner pin.
Ooh.
Need a double.
Oh, no.
Pushed it. Big push.
Oh
3
no.
Well, honestly, 194, 224. She just needed a spare strike.
But she still does need a spare strike.
Yeah.
She missed.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, that hurts. And the total too, right?
Yeah, total's 1163 to 1222 in there, but Brad's still working on a double in 75. So total's fairly still close. See what happens with 4-5. There's big difference there. Julie here. Okay, so Julie can get this point here. Is likely going to get this point.
Wow.
There's a
Got to get all 3.
how many more bonus pins?
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good shot, Julie. So 232 for Carrie.
That 3 hole's tough for the Dream Crushers.
Yeah. It's like the sacrificial lamb spot.
Well, Tim got his match
There you go.
last one.
Yeah,
Good job, Julie. Julie will get this point. So there's 3. There's still 6-2 there. Vic's got a max 280.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
punch.
this-
Okay, so there's some points here up on the
Yeah.
boards next gen.
Well, there's 3.
Double coming home is massive.
Yeah.
Great finish, Julie. for
Yeah,
the
good
team.
job,
That's big
Julie.
for total.
265. That'll add in the 45, so they're 1223 there now. Tightens things up. They're next gen's got the lead right now. Rylan knows he's got his match,
Yeah.
but there's another 90 points on the board to count. Gets into 13-13. Ryland gets them all. He basically shuts out 5 PU or Dream Crushers of total.
Tough 10th frame for the Dream Crushers right now.
Yeah, because it's 13-14 is max for Dream Crushers. Yeah, I think total's already over.
Yeah.
There it is. There.
We're going
We
to
got
a third.
ourselves a match. We're on game 3, everybody. Well, that's what
dear.
you want at the end of the day, right? Want to be down playing at the end.
Well, I wanted the last game to mean like at least somebody needing something, not like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. There's Uncle Lenny.
Man, I just got a little nervous there. I just got the
I got excited because we got a match, right?
yeah. And
This
personally,
makes
I
great
like-
TV.
You can have another beer, Mark.
Yeah, it depends. We got to go for brunch after this, but
I have to make 8 lobsters after this. I have to cook them.
oh, that's good
Yeah.
and bad.
Yeah.
Lobsters. How we you got them somewhere or where?
We go buy them at, I don't know,
Neat.
Sobeys or Superstore, and then Rich will bring them home and I'll cook them up, and then we take them to my dad's. So I don't make
Drop
his
them in the
house
pot.
stink. Drop them in the
Drop
pot.
them
The old TNT supermarket.
in.
You guys
Who
have
else is having lobster on Mother's Day dinner?
Well,
Unbelievable.
I always do. It's my lobster. What else are we having? Steak, lobster, salmon.
Well, hopefully Jen's not listening to this here.
Wow, me too.
Oysters. I'll shuck a bunch of oysters.
Brad's looking to have a monster.
Yeah. There you go.
Six
Oh, I
pack.
could hear. I can hear Jen downstairs. Uh-oh.
Sorry, Jen.
See, I was thinking Brad was just one or the other. If he can just get less headpins, and
Yeah. Striker plow.
again, who's the team that's shooting over 1350 is
Yep.
winning.
Yeah, 1376, 1274.
But still, 1274 is a decent total too. There she says, "Where's my lobster?"
Just go buy one. Drop it in a pot.
I think we can get lobster mac and cheese where we're going.
That might be what I'm doing.
Gross.
Scrambled eggs.
What I should have done is had my family in Newfoundland just ship me out some good Atlantic lobster.
Yeah, 336 for Brad there.
Good game. 1370.
Yeah,
Great game.
we both
We know
flip flop
that's-
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 14.
Oh yeah,
Right.
So 14.
yeah.
Great game.
Good work. Okay, we'll run our commercial. We'll get our managers in. And we'll set us up for game number 3.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
right. Back to the match. Here we go. Let's bring in our managers. So we've got Danny and Desiree. There's a great bounce back game, Des. That's what you wanted. Now we've got something to play for in the third game. So give us your thoughts there in that second match.
Yeah, it was great. I think they really found their stride and momentum there, and we just got our marks together, got the score where we wanted it to be. So we're ready to move on to this next game. And it's kind of nice going into the last match to be able to see match for match, even though we're virtual, exactly what we're going to need, and try and get there.
Yeah, we were commenting in that game about the setups that everybody has, and you obviously see that you must have an iPad or a setup down on the benches below, and sort of watching. And even comment there on Evan in the sixth frame, he wanted to get up and get going, but then forgot. Oh, there's the commercial we wanted to say there. So comments on that.
Yeah, it's just we get on a roll, and you want to throw, and we're throwing on one lane, and the team isn't here, so it's hard to kind of stop yourself, especially with that commercial break. And like we've talked about so many times, it can be kind of make or break at that point. And if you're on a double or more or throwing good, you just want to get up there, and it's something to adjust to.
Nice. And Danny, for you, the nerves set in for the guys. I mean, we're 9-7, we're still up, but that's a loss. We didn't shut it out, but now we got something to play for. How's the feeling over there for you?
Yeah, I think it's you're really high, and then you just kind of relax a little bit, and I think they'll come out strong this last game, just because they know that it's one game for all the marbles instead of relaxing a bit, knowing that you still have that next game that you can still bowl. So. Makes a big difference, I think.
Yeah, and still needing 3.5 points. What is that? Is that we need just 2 individual matches, or we still need total? Does that change anything, or is this is just a game? We still need to win the total. That's what we're going for.
Well, I think you still need total because it's hard to win 4 matches and not win total. So if you just go for total, you're going to win a couple of matches for sure with that. Even if it's 5-3, is still better than trying to win 3 or 4 individual matches. It's pretty hard.
Right. So for you, is there any lineup thoughts? Obviously, you've got an availability of an extra player. Do you change things back to the original, or do you keep it the same way?
Yeah. So it's going to be Dexter, Tim, Katie, Victor, and Adam.
Right. So a little bit of a change up.
Yeah.
And then for you, Des, no changes. Obviously, guys got the role there.
Yeah, we're just going to keep everything the same and go back out nice and strong.
Yeah, and you certainly were able to get a few strikes in there, and now here we are. Game number 3, we got something to play for.
Absolutely.
Good luck, guys.
There. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good bowl, and we'll chat after.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right, let's remove them. Get that guy back in there. Quick little. This one. One thing I haven't used a lot is the images. Remember of the guys that we took early on, and the Adams and Dexters that we did of the Dream Crushers, of the facial expressions and the fist pumps in there. That's something that we'll have to add into the show for next year. Get everybody in the league. Some of those cropped images makes it fun.
Yeah, it's funny to see that. It's interesting to see that both totals are almost identical. They're really close.
All right, here we go.
It's great to see that we're coming down to the last game. It's something to play for.
So Dream Crushers need 3.5, I guess. We could have a tie. What's our tiebreaker situation?
Yeah, tiebreaker would be total. That would be 2-1. Right. So who won team total twice?
Okay.
Oh, so it's down to the. It kind of depends, I guess.
Totally.
Next gen has to win total, but
yeah. So then, if that's the case, if there's a tie, next gen would be the winner.
Yeah, because they won the last total, and yeah.
5, so 5-3, right? which means you're looking at 2 runaways for next gen. If they're winning 2 matches and total, that's 2 big games. And a little change up there from the Dream Crushers. Hey, little adjustment. Katie out of the 2 and into the 3, and Tim up into the 2 and Carrie back bench.
I think you're trying to get that other spot going.
See what Katie can do in the 3-hole.
You know, the beauty of this league too is the fact that some of the key players cannot be there, and the teams are still can be successful.
Yes.
Just the quality of the caliber in this league.
Oops.
It shows you that anybody can be in there, right?
I think building and going to what next season is 8 people.
8 people on a roster, yeah. So 7 active on game day, and 2 subs available in a game.
And then a double pull. Did you ever play on an open team with a double pull?
Yes, I did.
I did too. Well, look at that. We all did.
Yeah.
We're the rarities out here.
Uncle Len is asking, are we sure it's not pinfall?
I'm trying to double
We
check.
should have confirmed 100%, but
I know
I
it's
do
posted
believe
in
that
our.
it's team totals. 2 wins.
I almost thought it was totals too, but let me have a look here.
Yeah, is there probably something we should have known before, but
There's a post about the format. Match E. Yeah. Match 3 game total pinfall if the winner is decided by total pinfall.
Ah.
so sorry, match and it basically match 3 or all 3 games.
Is a 3-game match of 24 points. If a tie, the winner is decided by total pinfall.
Total pinfall in the 3 games. Thank you. So there you go, then. Thanks for correcting us, bud.
Do we have the numbers?
2704 for Dream Crushers. I can't really read.
2667, 2687.
Yeah. 2867.
They should be pretty close because
Yeah.
one of them, I think the first game it was like 1250 for next gen, and then they had 1400, and then Dream Crushers had 1370 and 1270. So they got to be really close.
I think it says 2682.
Yeah, that would make sense because then now they're 30
Right.
apart. Yeah.
Oops. Jeez.
Yeah, a few missed spares here, eh?
Yeah.
All right, not a great start for either of them.
Yeah. Playing for the big bucks right now, right? A lot more pressure all of a sudden.
Yeah, what are we playing for here? We should look that up.
A lot.
Yeah,
I think it's like
3.
more. It's like $600 per person. 3,800 maybe. Ooh.
I think that was posted in our group somewhere too, but
I think I got it. Let's see.
Oh, thanks, Dex. Dexter's watching now. Total points, and if a tie after 3 games, it's total pinfall. Yeah, they were within 3 pins. See, it's a group commentary effort out there today.
So they're playing for $3,783.
And what the second place got?
2017 and 60 cents.
So $1,600 difference. So
Yeah.
between 8 of them, it's $200 difference.
Yep.
okay, so it's basically from the comments, it looks like there's a 3-point difference.
So
Oh.
yeah, the team totals within 3, but still, next gen's got to win 5. We're looking for a tiebreaker scenario. Gives
The
us
next
something.
gen's got to win at least 5 points and at least by 5 points.
Ooh.
And we're not exactly lighting it up to start here, everybody.
We're getting the lineage worth right now. If they're
Chaplin, I
paying.
hope that you're making the MVP something nice for breakfast here.
No kidding.
Maybe they've got the volume.
Oh, wow.
Maybe they've got the volume on at the bowling alley and they're listening to us commentate this, and that's their background music sound. Hi everyone, how are y'all doing?
We always had the commentating
How
on.
else did Dex know that we were talking about it?
Ooh.
That's like the baseball players, isn't it? The fans ask the baseball players in the outfield, left hand for this, right hand for this.
Yeah, we got a barn burner here.
Spares are huge right now.
Wow.
Yeah, we got 1 strike on each side.
Yeah.
Well, who knows, right? You play the whole season down to 1 game match again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all the way down to 1 match.
Where we can't get a strike.
It's a big deal. You're going to be the first name on the trophy.
Yep.
Inaugural season.
Ooh.
Almost another one. There's a spare for the Dream Crushers.
Whew.
Do we need a runner-up trophy just like the tennis does? They always do runner-up trophies, don't they?
We got to get a plate made.
Or like,
One of those little,
or a bowl.
Do we even have a trophy made?
I think they got something there.
I wouldn't doubt if Adam had a bigger game here.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, he's kind of
Missed a corner, run a 7-bagger.
Oh, okay.
Famously said by who?
Gino.
I have done that once. I've done it once.
Well, if Brad could spare this. We're looking at a spare strike on the Dream Crusher side versus the 2 spares.
Yeah.
This is when you're the bench player and you're like, put me in, coach.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
All over the place. We haven't seen it yet either day.
Nope.
On Dream Crushers.
Well, right now, Tim's got to be the guy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Evan. What the heck?
He's rolling it over quite a bit.
Yeah.
Keep the 3-pin spares alive.
Overcooking, yeah.
My cats are going crazy here, you guys, because, they're named Tim and Dexter too, right? So every time you guys say Dexter, he's my special needs cat. He's going crazy. What? Oh.
Any correlation at all there?
Coincidence.
See if Dex has listened to that one.
We got Dexter first, and then when we got Tim, I was talking with Tim, and I was like, well, I feel bad. I got to name him Tim. I can't favorite one or the other. We need somebody to string some strikes here.
That's on the side. Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't say it was a good one. I said it was on the side.
Top 2 are close.
Our first one to get a turkey here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well,
Oh, couple spare.
It's all about managing the nerves. How you handle that, eh?
And it's such a fine line. I mean, you're up there and you're ready to throw. You feel great. Everything about it is good, but you still punch. So there's obviously something a little bit, but
yeah. The commercial break might be a good thing this game.
it's so hard to.
Yeah, they're gonna ask for it after frame 3.
Can we change it? Can we change the format this last game?
This is where you just got to keep grinding and cleaning up your wood.
This is exciting for the viewers. They're all taking a half an hour break and come back in a bit.
Tracy said she had to make her own coffee this morning, you guys. Kurt's still in bed.
Kurt's still in bed watching this.
Yeah.
He's probably saying, "She's not my mom."
He's commenting on the comments there, so.
Curtis.
A couple strikes here for next gen in this frame, and then double possibly.
Yeah, that's
There
a
you go,
much better, way better throw ball.
And Weber's got the double.
The first double.
Now they'll light it up in 4 and 5 and get the commercial.
Lenny's looking forward to it.
Lenny. Yes. Oh, it's still in the lane. How many? When you throw a strike, how many pins can you leave on the deck?
Goodness.
About even here.
$252. 195.
Yeah. Plus 45, so.
Yeah. No, Dex, he's been great up there today.
Yeah. That's what's going to start adding up some totals here is these doubles. Tim's leash is getting shorter.
Oh,
There
you
he
never
goes.
know. That could be the staying alive strike.
Good spare. Didn't count it. It's weird why Bonnie Doon does that.
Yeah.
You can change it, I think.
Is it the computer system or is there something different there?
Yeah, it's just the way it's set up. You can change it because when we played the cash tournament in Regina, they have Cubica and they had the totals added going in.
Sorry, Mark, I mean about the 2 pins. Sometimes at Bonnie Doon, the 2 pins don't count or the spare.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Nuts.
No, that's just a Cubica thing.
Yeah, it happened quite a bit at the Open. Like, really, quite often. Especially on certain sets, too.
From day one.
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
Oh, look.
Yeah, it has always been like that. We've talked about that, for Masters Nationals and Open Nationals, and what do you do? Just somebody can they make their own score? We're so used to it now at Bonnie Doon. Honestly, it's 2-button changeover. Ding, ding, ding. It's done.
Just do it real quick. As long
Everybody's
as the teams
watching.
are-
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
That's a big strike there for Julie. So an opportunity, maybe a little bit of gainers. Katie's on the middle, certainly.
Well, no matter what, Katie has to play, right? There's no, she's in them. She can't be pulled. So.
Oh, Victor got the bonus 2 pin there.
Ooh,
right.
through the hole, right.
Regroup.
Yeah, get back on it. Run some strikes.
Twice.
Hey, well, I always say throw all the bad balls in one frame.
Yeah. This could be the turkey mark.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting to talk to these guys and to find out
Oh.
in comparison to other events,
Mhm.
where does the feeling and the emotion rank when you're playing the game? Are you like, is this,
Yeah. What is this like? Like when you thinking back, because a lot of people, you played Masters in the Open, right, and in the finals, and
Well, from me
Open or
personally,
Masters or cash tournaments, or is
Yep.
this a Baker's event? Is this a doubles event? Is this what? Where does this rank? Where do you feel? Where is the emotional feeling of it?
to me, it's right up there with the Open and Masters and all
I
that.
would think so. I'd hope so, right? That's what we want to be, and eventually, maybe more, maybe even more, just because there's a money side to it, and it's
Yep.
you know, uh, it's going to be growing next year. We know that the money side of it is huge. I mean, with that number of teams, the increase of franchise fees.
turkey.
No,
When
and
does this
this-
become the number one premier event? And does it come that? Are we setting ourselves up something too high? I mean, you got some pretty amazing events out there, wherever they are. Masters, Open, Club Tour events, Newfoundland Tour events, wherever you are. I mean, you've got some pretty big events out there. So
I gotta
from a
think
team
this
aspect.
is a little bit different too because it's like an elite mixed event.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and you're picking your own team.
Yes. We're
Yeah.
getting some strikes, people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all heating up here now.
Yeah. And I think that's where the competitive nature and the quality of players is taken over.
I felt just as nervous as I did at any of those other events.
There you go, Katie.
Yeah. Yeah. Brad, gotta go get Tango. No,
I can't say it means more to me, this, but it's definitely up there just because you're with your friends and you pick your team and you have your own identity and
Yeah, I think picking your own team is very unique, right? Because you're picking the flow, basically, right? You're not.
chemistry. Yeah.
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 Right.
And does it become, making the playoffs is the goal? Making the semifinals is the goal. Obviously making it to the final, could be a goal for some. But for some teams, just making the playoffs is going to be a feat, especially next year with the number of teams we've got. If you're top 50%, you did something. Even this year, making the playoffs was a feat for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Super proud of that. Bombers, two of the
Wow.
biggest games, like right in the match and putting the pressure on. And I think that's why we also see so many teams that want to be back and want to be playing because they want to be getting better, want to be playing in the pressure situations. You've got some teams, I know they've already reached out to people from a coaching perspective. Can you work with me all summer long because I want to compete in the Pro League next year?
amazing. There you go, Ryan. Yeah.
There's the strikes for next gen, loading up.
I think it's good for like myself. I like it because it's not like I have to commit to 30 straight weeks of playing match play, stuff like that. I like the every one Sunday a month or whatever it is, right? Like I
Yeah.
kind of I like the schedule. It doesn't take too much of my time out
Yeah,
as a normal league would.
there's 16-week round robin plus 3-week playoffs, and that's going to stay likely next year. Is a 16-week season. Whoop.
Oh no.
Is a 16-week season with a 3-week playoff. Part of that 16 weeks is we have 2 streams going, but also on those 16 weeks, and this is part of the conversation next week or with all these proprietors and bowling centers, can we have a few match days? So this September Sunday, we're going to have actually, instead of only 3 games, we're going to play 6 games.
Yeah.
Can we do one in October? Can we do one in February? Can we do one scattered around and what those might look like? But we might have to have some longer match days in order to get our number of games played.
look, this schedule is, I don't know if you didn't play in the Pro League this year, you have no idea how hard this was for Carrie and you guys to
Let's hold that thought, Stacey. Appreciate it. Hold that thought. You get first up. We're doing commercial. We're going. Thank you.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
All right.
And back at it, Stacey. Go for it. You were talking about the
the scheduling. I think there's a ton of conflicts there, and it's just not easy because I don't know what happened in the other provinces this year. I just know, like Alberta, we really heavily scheduled the back half of the season because of COVID, right? So
yeah,
Hambone.
He's come off the commercial break.
And I mean, we got to remember this. We're still COVID this year.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That was a major conflict in a scheduling thing that we had to deal with early on. So we barely got the things off the ground in September, and it was a massive scheduling, right from the beginning. But I mean, the schedule for the most part was set early on, and then we had to deal with some conflicts and some challenges, which were dealt with, and some pre-recorded sessions. Huge credit obviously goes to Carrie for organizing all that, the scheduling, most of it, and the weekend and the technical side and the pre-recording and stuff like that.
Honestly, I don't even know how Carrie. I just don't. I don't know. Like hats off to Carrie. Really, this is what a feat. And
I mean, this whole thing is 5-pin universe as a feat. You
guys,
take it back because everything about it.
Oh,
yeah, and next year's obviously going to be more scheduling challenges, but I think we've now got a year under our belt. We've got committed teams, we've got committed proprietors. It's just a matter of getting the information out fast enough to them so that we can organize a big master schedule. Once we have a schedule built, then we start to fill in the holes as far as we talked about technical directors. We talk about commentary. We mentioned on the podcast that every single team needs to have a technical director. Every team needs to have a home-based commentary. That just starts filling in the holes of the whole scheduling and really becomes just a big master schedule and logistics sort of thing. Mark, you're going to commentate 5 weeks out of the 16. These are the 5 weeks you're going to be doing it. Stacey, you're going to commentate these 5. And you pre-book your schedule accordingly. And to be honest with you, there's honorariums for all of this. This is part of the business side of it, is that there's going to be a little bit of compensation for these things, and that's part of the fees. There's part of the sponsorship. That's how some of this will be reimbursed. But it's awesome. I'm excited where we're going, where we're at. Huge feat to get to this point, and
Yeah. Okay, big shot for Adam here.
Yeah.
And Brad. So we got 135. I think it's about 482.
I think that's what it says too. Oh,
Ooh.
So you got 135 at the top.
called the power chop. Is that what
Yeah.
is that what you guys call it? The power chop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we call that, power chop.
I hate that.
What?
And everybody in Calgary is like, "Oh, it's a power chop." I'm like, "Oh, that's bullshit."
It's like if you throw it hard and the head can go straight up.
Maybe that's our next T-shirt.
We already have a top
the next
one.
T-shirt should be double deuce.
Oh, that happens, guys.
What's our next T-shirt, everybody?
Yeah. Dash slash.
Blow through.
All the
No,
different
we-
names of a head pin across the country.
Yeah.
Or we'll make like the ham bone or Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Ham bone.
Yahtzee? Power chop.
Power chop.
Unbelievable.
All right, Evan needs this one. Get himself back in the match. I mean,
Yeah.
that chop does open things, provided that Evan keeps running strikes.
Oh,
Little pin.
Ooh, and Dex opens though. So you're 156, you're 186 in 7, you're still 30 down.
Flipped it.
yikes there.
Hey, you know what I was thinking this morning too? We almost gotta have home and away jerseys too.
Hey, there you go. That's another step.
Hey, you guys just want more shirts.
It's not even about the revenue.
We're basically just building work for ourselves. That's all we're doing
Exactly.
here. You realize this whole league is all about building work for BPG.
Oh, power top. Look at that. Oh my God.
This whole bowling thing is one big sales game for us. There, I said it.
No, it's more like I just love all the different designs and
Yes. Oh, power chop there.
Power
too.
chop.
Turn it off. Turn it
what's
off.
going on here.
Oh, that's the shirt idea. 6 in a row taco shirt. That's because at Toppler, if you get a 6-bagger, you get free tacos.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you that some people might have pitched out because if you get 7 in a row, you don't get the free tacos. You get pop and chips or something. Not as good.
Oh, because it's an intentional pitch out because you want taco in a bag or what?
No, you get them. We had a sponsor this year. Good job, Katie.
Ooh, triple for Katie. That was huge. She had a slow start there too in the
Yeah,
floor.
she
Really
brought that
grinded out these ones. See, Julie can answer. Stay ahead.
Close.
Good aggressive
Oh.
shot. Pushes it over.
Rambo.
And a fist
Ammo.
bump. We got a match here, people.
Yep.
It's coming down to it.
Rylan, time to go, buddy.
Yeah, he's got to close that gap. So does Brad a bit. Remember, they need 5-3 for next gen.
There's a solid one.
I think we need to create a name for what Victor's,
Ooh,
Oh.
plug.
the shark clop, right? Closing the jaws like a crocodile clap.
His finishing move.
So 670 plus 90, 760. I think Dream Crusher's up 50 maybe.
Bomb there from Adam.
Yeah.
Brad gets this. They're basically tied. So next gen, you've got 1 and 4, a little bit down. But 2 and 3 are a little bit up. Which those 2 and 3 are going to need to go huge because they need to win the total as well.
Yeah.
And everybody else needs to close the gaps that they've got.
Oh,
Gosh, that was huge.
Big strike.
oh wow, that was tight.
Whew.
We've got commenting from Fred Martin from Quebec. And he's on the roster submitted for Quebec team coming in, which is good to see. And that's one we've talked about. It's a full-on Masters team looking.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's Martin or Martin because he's from Quebec. So we just automatically assume it could be Fred Martin. So apologize, Fred, if it's one or the other. I don't know yet, but.
Oh,
Ooh, big shots there.
this is great.
Yeah, Lenny comments pretty much. It's cool that it worked out. That it's pretty much a team total type of game. Yeah, that is kind of cool how that worked out. Yeah, it's tight.
Oh, Tim gets the big push too.
Oh,
The
Janet
punch
punch.
in the second spot.
Mm,
That one's tight now.
That does hurt a little
We're all
bit.
close, I guess.
all the sticks.
Okay, we're going with the accent for Fred.
Oh, little guy's crying.
Oh,
Ham bone.
Ham bone, Katie. Well done. Huge for her. Which puts pressure on Julie to have to continue going.
yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna need this.
And they're working their way back here, guys. Looking at a potential 1,300 here after a slow start. Just the quality of play.
Get she push. No, good count.
Oh,
Just when you think a team's gonna like start rolling.
Punch. Does that somewhat open for Ryan? And it certainly opens for him to get points back.
ooh. Oops. What's the matter, Mason?
Oh, so you guys can hear that? Sorry,
No, that's fine.
Ah,
little guy's just a little upset.
he's
He
just
gets nap
hungry.
time. We had the nap on at about 8 o'clock this morning, 8:30, and now we're going for round 2.
Snack time. All right, Rylan. This is a big shot here.
Taking an extra second.
Yeah,
Yes.
big shot. Really big.
shot, Ryan.
Better
Well done.
tempo.
Hmm. Oops.
Oh,
Wow.
You keep a lot of them having trouble with the lane.
Yeah, like it's.
Brad's got a huge opportunity, especially down at anchor,
Yep.
running a bunch of strikes against the guy who may not be feeling it.
Yeah. Just
Ooh, a little thin.
not a power chop, guys.
Not a
Regular
power chop.
chop. Ooh.
8.
But you got to leave Adam in, though, right? Like Adam's not coming out of this at this
No.
point in time in the league.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know.
No, I would never be. Listen, man, you're going to be shooting these shots regardless.
Yeah, and I think honestly, and I mean, we've all been there too. But as a coach, I mean, I don't know, DB. I'm not making a pull in the ninth frame.
No,
Right?
no. I mean, for this, I mean, the split second that I'm actually thinking about it, that's about as long as that somebody should think about it. But then
Yeah.
you're like, no, Adam's our horse. He's the guy making these shots coming down to there when we're going to need it for sure.
Okay, so we got 9, 7, 12. So Dream Crushers are up 30, 40.
Yeah.
And Dex keeps leaving this because
Oh,
ooh, that's
He
the
wasn't
finger
sure.
action on Dexter's shot. Hey, that's the turns it over.
They're all important now. Answers.
There you go. These two. Good job, players. Sticking
they've been
in it,
battling,
working
eh?
hard. Battles. There's some There's some pride, there's some money, there's some mojo on the line here. We want to be holding that title.
Big money. This is good.
Right.
Tim was about to run it out. Jenny gets
Tim
the
has to be
split.
careful doing that. He's gonna hurt himself.
Well, that you can't go to the right at Bonnie Doon here in this lane.
Oh, if she touches that, she might have a chance.
Just snug. Oh, good half. That's
Using the
like
advantage there.
Oops.
Those first two, they're down.
So
They're
he's
up in the
245,
third.
290. So he's 245 there. So Tim's now got the edge in 9.
Yeah.
Number 1 and 2 spots have the edge. Katie's gone ham bone.
Whoa.
Punch. So that slows that up. So Julie's got an opportunity to get some extra. That's miss.
Miss right. I'm assuming, yeah.
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 Ooh.
Through the hole. Okay. So there's 250, 295 here. You're 922 though.
Oh, you got to get spares here. That's important.
Oh my God. Oh no.
128 minus 60. So it's what, 60.
Yeah, Ryland's got to throw a triple, so he's 248, 238.
Like every mark's important here. It's about 45 difference, I think.
Thank you.
Because you got 60 on the board, 97. It's 53-point
You
difference
got
right
60
now.
on the board, yeah. 97, 53. But a double. Yeah, but Dex has a double too.
So this one's big.
Oh.
Oh, this is huge for Ryland now because he's got potential.
Oh,
Power chop.
dang it.
But again, it's about the total, right? Like
Yeah.
the match points almost don't matter. Unless it's 4-4. But
Oh,
oh no.
Did it come back around? I haven't seen it come down yet.
let's see.
Yeah, only one guy with a mark in 9 so far. A little bit of advantage Dream Crushers here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
Expected that one.
Yeah.
I would think Brad's going to have to need this here. Well, for his match too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's ahead there in the 8, but he's max 268.
I mean, it might come down to the double. Like if Evan would throw the strike and Dexter would not, then
Yep.
they have a chance. But
Yeah. Good shot.
I love the energy. They're in it and they're fighting. This is go. Big.
okay, so it says I think that says 900. So you add 60 to
980, I think. Isn't it?
980. Sorry.
980, yeah.
You're right, though. This is big with Evan and Dex. I mean, what happens here? Dex can almost, because of the doubles there.
Yeah, because they're up.
He's up and ready.
He-
Evan's more of a take your time.
They're up 40. He could stretch that, or Evan can get it back.
Yeah.
And he
big-
got it.
big.
Look
He's
at
gotta
this.
get
Back to back. Big threes. Dexter Wiseman, former
Yeah.
number 1 WCBT ranked player.
Oh, he had good follow through there.
Yeah. Big shot, Evan.
So 10, 20. So it's 100, but you add 45 for sure.
Oh,
Okay, so there's
You can get the
win
match
this.
here,
Edwin
too.
can win this 321, max 314 here for Dex. That's a point.
yeah.
Just want a chance, right?
Oh,
Got it. Got it. These guys are fired. Hambone.
Wow.
and bone.
Oh, I can feel how fired up they are. I hope everybody watching out there is just as fired up and tense when they throw in the shot.
Yeah, Evan's got 306. Evan's got 306 with one ball left, and Dexter had 311. So yeah, he just needs.
He can go 321. He needs chop.
Oh,
Ooh,
Tim.
Tim misses. So that's 235. So they're totally even now. And Tim's going to go and shoot 2 more balls. So Jen is going to know exactly what he needs to shoot. There's a nice little love tap from the brother. You're okay, Tim. Just go make this play.
Nice little love tap.
Could be something else.
Oh,
Oh no!
a tie?
Tied it.
Tie.
You think you get a kickback, eh?
Tie.
Wow.
Wow.
Huh.
I don't. What do we do now, guys?
That was an impressive one.
Okay, so Jenna needs this tie. So we're
That
not going to
might
have a
help.
tie. Well,
That
unless
might have
there's
been
another
huge
tie.
for Dream Crushers.
Yeah.
Jenna gets the first one. She's got the advantage.
Wow.
Well,
Tim throws a strike here. I mean, this could be a tie too.
Tim throws a 255. So Jenna's going to come and win this match.
Yeah.
She's got 2 balls to get 10 points. Katie's right up and going too. There's no slowdown here. There's a chop. So she's got max 237. So Julie's going to win the second hole match.
Oh,
Okay, Jenna. She still needs a pin.
they
We're
got
not
to be.
having- Are we gonna
You
have
have
two
to be
guys?
We got 2 ties right now. She needs a pin.
Well, she
Oh
can't
my
hit this
goodness.
weekend though.
I'm standing up. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
who plays outside?
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's 1.5.
What's our total?
Katie's
1135.
got 237. Julie's gonna get this one. 1135, 1170. It's coming down to the last bowler, guys, for sure.
Yeah.
And a punch. What's Julie gonna do?
Oh,
Julie power chop.
jeez. We should have. I
The
never
30
should have
pins
said
here is
it.
huge. She can get to 1165.
But they got a 15 on the bottom, not counting 2, right?
Right, you're right. So that gets it to 1180.
Oh,
Oh. So she's gonna get the match, but not extra team points. So she's gonna get to 1150 plus the 15, so 1165. Down by 17, down by a ball and a bet.
oh.
Okay, so there's not a lot of points there for Victor up on the board.
Oh.
Everybody watching, this is seriously close. Like this
Crazy.
this is close.
Oh, tough finish, Victor. Plow, plow, plow. Shoot.
But Victor's gonna get the point, so that's gonna get the 10.5.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
going to be the total team total. Just at 3 points.
yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think these matches really matter anymore.
No, it's
It has
team
to be a
total. It's team total.
Ooh. So they have 11
97. So they've got
and
50,
11 to
1165.
1165. So if he
So
gets 30,
Rylan needs 30 here.
and then it's dead even basically
Wow.
by 2.
Holy.
Got it.
Yeah. Clutch.
Yeah,
This is awesome.
It's coming down to the last ball, last
Crazy.
game,
Full
last player.
Season. Wow.
This is why you have your anchor, I guess, eh?
Yeah, this is why you got him.
I think Adam could shut him out if he takes them all.
Yeah, well, he's 259. He could shut out team total, and that's what it's all about. He got one.
Wow, my heart just a racing here, eh?
Right?
What did he get there?
20?
Oh,
Okay, so he's got 20, so 66. So Adam's 1227.
I think that
11
strike
70.
might have
It's
been
pretty much it, right? But he's got
Yeah.
doesn't have the one counting. So you're
so
90, you're
1185.
1260.
I think that's it.
Oh no,
Right.
1260 I think is next gen's max.
Yeah, 1260 is next gen's match. So I mean, it's not done yet. But
Oh.
Adam, another strike, it's done because then he's got the 57 board.
But on the flip side of things, head pin
Yeah,
1242, 12. Yeah. Either way, Brad's got to throw a strike here.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's right. It's only team total if this
Looks
matters.
good.
Oh.
There he goes.
Clap, clap.
As
Wow.
much as
You'd love it, DB. My phone is blowing up right now. Oh my god. Oh my god.
is that right?
Yeah.
Love it.
Even a corner pin doesn't seal it.
Oh my goodness! What is happening?
Oh. Wow.
Strike wins it.
Guys,
He's
he's
got 45.
1242.
A
12,
strike
15.
wins it?
No, he still needs a double. 1242. Well, strike gets him to, well, he's got, yeah.
Because it got 2.5 points, right? They just got to win the total. This match don't matter.
Oh, he missed the middle. Brad, you missed the middle, bud.
1235. Lost by
1205,
7.
1235.
Oh, wow.
Not going to be enough.
He had to hit the middle there.
Yeah.
Wow.
1235 is all they got.
Yeah.
You hit the middle and you probably win.
They take 3.5. Yeah, 'cause
Unbelievable.
Guys,
Wow.
7 points.
Yeah, that ball you needed an extra pin or two on the second shot.
Yeah, the chop or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Incredible.
easy to say that's the spot, but Dream Crushers are the winners by a
1235 to
very,
1242.
very, very thin margin.
Wow. What a heck of a final. Holy shit.
So the last match was 4.5 to 3.5. Or
Wow.
Or was it? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, because
Dexter.
Brad won, so they won. Yeah. Team.
It's
Well, no, team
Victor's-
total was
Victor got 1, Dexter got a half, and team total 4.5 to 3.5.
4.5, 3.5.
Incredible. Hats off. Way to go. What a final. Wow.
Wow, yeah.
What a final! Great
Jeez.
games, guys. So happy to talk to whoever wants to come on. Carrie, if you want to come on, if your team wants to come on the cameras, if Next Gen wants to come on, we'll chat with you all here. But what an unbelievable season for everybody involved.
That was insane. 7-point difference right down to the. Because, the difference was, I always said.
There, look at the trophy.
There's the trophy. There they are, boys. There they are.
That's the WCBT trophy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're holding it up too high. We can't
It's
see the
that half
trophy.
point at
There
the
you
top.
go. Nice work.
Congratulations, Dream Crushers.
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations. Wow. And congrats to the Next Gen. That was insane.
Yeah.
Yes, huge. I mean, what a great spot for them to be in, and something they will be in this for many years to come. It's might tickle for a little bit here, but that is coming right down to the wire.
Man, like to the second last ball.
Crazy. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think-
my hands are a little bit sweaty. That's terrible. Goodness.
I think Brad needed a corner on that shot now that I'm doing some math.
You think that corner would have been the one?
Yeah, because if he took a chop, he'd only have an extra 5 counting, and he
Yeah.
would have lost by 2. So if
Yeah.
he had the 3 extra counting, I think he needed a corner on that ball.
All right, these guys are starting to set up and come in the background, so let's bring them in. Carrie, you're in the show. Desiree's in the show. Carrie, grab your team if you want to. Danny.
Well, they won't be able to hear you, bud.
Here, can hear me. Okay, no worries. Let's go. This, remove this. Next gen consists. Next gen, what a remarkable run you guys had, and to come up so short. That's a tough finish, but unbelievable finish for you guys. Congratulations.
Crazy.
Getting second place. Couldn't ask for any better.
Yeah, if that was the finish you
It
guys
was a
wanted to
close
see.
game and super exciting.
It was super exciting, and thanks obviously for being a part of it. Thanks everybody for shooting and playing. I mean, that's unbelievable season. It gave us lots to cheer for. So for sure, good job with you guys.
Hold your heads high, guy. That was unreal. You came back against the Dream Crushers after being down that first game. Like that was awesome. It was awesome to watch. Very good.
Your team will certainly be back in this many times over. So yeah, don't be sad about that. You were there. You were right there for sure.
Yeah, no, we're quite happy with the season. You know, it was a great way to finish, even though we didn't end up where we wanted to be. But I think everyone is excited for next year and can't wait to see what the league is going to be like.
Good stuff. Dream Crushers winners, Danny. We got a streaker.
I'm surprised I have any hair left.
Holy
Wow,
cow.
that came down to it. How close was that? Like, what was the feeling? You guys just you got her done though.
Yeah, it was too close, but it was a good match. It was good for everybody, I think. Good for the league.
Did you know obviously what Brad needed?
Yeah, Dexter was trying to figure that out. He kind of knew what Brad needed and what Adam needed to do in the tent. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got done. Enjoyed the little trophy celebration. So good on you, Dream Crushers. Enjoy your after lunch, and you're the inaugural winner of the Carrie. Stick with us, inaugural winner of the season. So congratulations to the Dream Crushers. Enjoy the victory lap you're about to take.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, next gen. 7 points. That's it.
yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll
Congrats, guys.
Des. We'll let Danny and Des go. Thanks for being part of this, and we'll be back next year for sure. Look forward
Okay,
to having you
thanks.
guys.
Good job, guys.
Congrats.
Well, Carrie, how about it, bud? You're part of the winning team.
Yeah, didn't contribute much, obviously, today, but it was fun sitting in the back, stressing out with the manager, but it was fun. It's a good time.
We had joked around at some point. I think after 8, Adam was a little bit like, do you actually think about subbing out Adam? And was like, that's about as long as you think about subbing out Adam. And that's about it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys were all feeling the same way.
That. Yeah. You, that's the one person you want to have the ball in his hand. So it doesn't matter how much he struggled in 10th frame. I'd pick him every day.
Yeah.
He definitely needed the first one, and he got it.
Yeah, we knew if he threw the second one, it was a lockout. Of course, he punches, picks, and we knew Bradley needed the second one, right? Or corner, I think, was close. Right?
Yeah, corner would have done it.
Yeah.
Top would have lost by like 1 or 2, and corner would have won by 1.
Yeah. It's that's the way you wanted the whole league to wrap up, right? To come down to the last shots.
Yeah.
The whole season down to the very last ball, right? Like that's unbelievable. It was great.
It's a pretty balanced league, I think, if that's the case, right?
Totally.
Yeah, and tons of great comments out there too, all throughout the day of watching this and whatnot. So
yeah, who's this Leonard fella?
Yeah, he's changed his name, Uncle Leonard. Yeah. But from you, Carrie, give us a recap. Obviously, first season, here we are in the books. We've got trophy handed out. We made it through, obviously, without its complications and scheduling conflicts. But just you have the floor here, bud, to wrap it up for us.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely what I envisioned. The stress level wasn't what I envisioned, but the product and the way it came together, a few hiccups here and there with scheduling and logistics and all that stuff. But I think I hope everybody's happy with the way it turned out. And by the amount of teams that won in, obviously we've produced something that is worthwhile. So now it's putting the extra finishing touches on, right? Make it a little more professional. Make it what it needs to be for the future.
Yeah, and we're certainly on the right roadmap, and you're a huge part of that. So thanks, obviously, for all the work and all the time and effort that you put into making this a success for this year. And it's only going to get better. So we'll wrap it up a little bit. Any final comments from you, Stacy, Mark, here before we wrap up?
I want to, being part of a team that had the opportunity to play in it this year, thanks, Carrie. Thanks to you guys. It's, more than likely than not every weekend for you guys, and never mind the planning throughout the whole season, right? So thank you to you guys. Thank you to your families for putting up with all this stuff, and all the proprietors out there that, we're trying to push for it too, but it's a lot of work, and I think it was super successful. It's a hell of a final today, and that's exactly what we want to see. So congratulations to everybody.
Yeah, to add to Stacy, like, unreal final, awesome. It's been really exciting. It's been something new for the sport. I've really enjoyed it myself. I wanted to expand and grow and be better. I want it to be the Premier League and the Pro League. It's been really fun playing. It's been fun commentating. It's been fun seeing new bowlers out there. We got a lot of good bowlers in this country that can't go to events or go out to see other events. It's a good opportunity for a lot of people to participate. And I look forward to expansion next year. And one comment to Len Anseth, he says, what happens if it was tied with pinfall and points? Then I believe it's a 9-10 roll off. You pick one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so awesome. I had a great time bowling and commentating and being part of this, and looking forward to next year.
Good stuff, gang. And obviously thanks to all the fans, all the people who watched, all the people who shared, all the people who talked about it in wherever center or tournament or wherever you are. Thanks to the sponsors who are part of it. It's and like Stacey said, thanks to the families. Thanks for people for putting up for us to put this together and try to grow this and try to build this. There's a lot of sacrifices made, but
even thanks to all the bowlers out there who plunged in and gave this a shot.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without everybody giving it a try and trying something new and putting a risk out there and just trying something different, and it's what the sport needs.
And
succeeding. For sure.
Okay, good stuff. We'll finish it up with just our quick 5PNU commercial, and we're done. So thanks, everybody. Season 1, we're out.